goes. There's the button. What's it gonna do? Is it gonna die immediately? Oh, yeah, it dies immediately, huh? All right. Oh, cancel upload. There we go. We're live.
All right, cool. Let me. I should tweet out the link now that we're live.
Actually, welcome. This isn't going to work for me. I don't have anything loud to crunch on to like ruin the audio quality.
I got this amazing UK candy bar.
Ooh.
Lion bars. They sell them at least at my Fairway here in the city. I don't know if they sell them at other ones. Yeah, it is like the best candy bar ever. Specifically a UK one, so kind of hard to find here. Unless you live by a store and can get them all the time.
Not sponsored by Lion Bars.
Well, unfortunately not.
We're also not sponsored by fucking Andy, the computer guy, either.
Ooh.
God damn.
I was going to say, didn't you get this fixed? What happened?
Andy didn't follow through.
Good enough job, apparently.
Was it Andy Dwyer? Because we all know he doesn't know shit about computers.
It was Andy.
He was really nice, and he was really cool, and he didn't do shit.
That sounds like Andy Dwyer.
I thought he was basically like, hey, I ran some stuff and things actually seem okay, so let me know if it happens again. Was it one of those deals?
It is. So I'm not
well, it happened
too
again,
mad at
Andy.
And it happened again. So
Andy, start watching the stream so you know what we're dealing with.
And my web camera. But I can't get it to work well enough.
Have you tried a different webcam?
I was going to try it, and then the entire thing froze.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on?
Oh, honey child, I've turned it off and on so many times.
I tried clearing out your Firefox cache.
Yeah, I don't even have Firefox in this thing.
Oh, yeah.
I installed Firefox just to clear out the Firefox cache.
I almost
it doesn't work.
We should try a different program other than Skype and see if it's just Skype killing it.
He was like, it might be Skype.
I can almost guarantee it's whatever the Windows product is. Speaking of,
yeah.
I finally got a new computer at work, so like I it finally like works well. But I was getting prompted for like, hey, we have to do this update. It's gonna be a multi-hour update, FYI. So I was like, cool, I'll install it when I leave at the end of the day. So when I got back the next day, this was sometime last week when this happened. It was the Fall Creators update from last year. That's what it was installing.
Jesus.
I was like, okay, well, whatever. Hey, it works. And we're here working. 5 out of the 6 of us are working, Skype-wise, to do more Tales of Travel. We're going to go to a new planet here. But before we get there, do we want to recap what happened last time when you finished up your first planet?
Yeah, of course we do.
Yes, please. Yes.
Recap last time.
Let's let
Sonny got some swiggity swag.
It's true.
He did get swag.
Sonny got some ice.
Last time on Tales of Travel, we ascended the volcano beach to find our quarry. Before then, however, we were accosted by crabs, an army of them, some might say. However, with quick thinking and work by our resident Tortle, Sonny, he was able to dissuade them from attacking us. We walked past them unprovoked.
I'd like to say we also murdered them with lava, so if we could get the experience for that, that would be great.
We didn't murder them. The lava
I think we murdered them with lava. We used the lava.
We didn't use anything.
Didn't use anything.
Lava just came.
As soon as you guys left, I was like, good for them for getting by that in a non-violent way. Those crabs are just going to die so much worse now, potentially.
I'm bummed we didn't eat any of them, you know? Like, I'm just envisioning this massive crab claw. Oh.
You know who did let them die? The king of the ocean.
Along with the clams.
Jason Aquamoa.
God.
Who was like, I am the lord of the sea creatures, except for these ones and these ones and these ones. I don't even give a shit about clams.
I think you're gonna run into some much nicer people on this planet.
Are we?
Yes, I can actually say definitively.
king of the jungle,
0.001% on guessing if Predator was here. Okay.
Yeah, you will see why you got that percentage of a point. It's because Predator specifically has an ability that Something Tonight also has, and that's the only reason why you got that.
It goes invisible like the iguana from the fight in Kingdom Hearts.
Fuck off.
But we ascended the volcano. We met the giant dragon Hydra head that was there. We fought it. We were mostly victorious until it decided to explode, and then we all ran down the side of the mountain, dodging lava. And then when we got to the bottom, Aquamoa and his wife were there. They stopped the lava from killing us. The orb was retrieved. A little while later, Sunny, for his bravery and his diplomacy, was gifted the Eye of the Sea, the jewel.
I called it the Heart of the Ocean because it reminded me of this jewel from Titanic.
You can totally call it that if you want.
From Moana. I feel like that also works.
What did I? Hold on. I can pull up. I can pull up its official name here. What did I name this thing?
We also took turns heroically carrying our blind friend down the mountain as we were running from the lava. Volcano.
It is the Amulet of Ocean's Favor, is what I named it. Apparently.
So Heart of the Ocean works.
Yeah, that totally works. I mean, call it what you want. It's got cool stats. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter what you call it.
It was a really quick island vacation, but at least we got some pretty jewelry out of it. So,
I only want to say this because there was a pretty sweet roll at the end there. But when we went back and we gave the giant head of the monster to the shop owner, to the big blue guy, Vilnar was able to convince him to trade him this huge thing, this huge head, for a very rare potion, a potion of speed, which was promptly given to our blind friend, who...
Yay!
Yeah, let's give super speed to a blind person, you know? We'll worry about that later.
It'll be real interesting.
You hear the cane taps really fast.
Thank you, Clutch Natural 20.
Matt Murdock.
One other thing, there was something else embedded in that thing's head. Don't forget.
Oh, yeah, the stone.
Yeah, the gem that I think I dug it out.
I believe you did.
Yeah.
I said we retrieved it from the head, but yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't catch that. Yeah, you did. You got your first of the Godstones. You got a blue one.
I wanted to surf it down the lava, but I was advised against it.
It probably would not have done you well.
No, but it would look cool.
That would have been another, like, you would have had to nat 20, like, a dex and an athletics check, like, back to back to pull that off. Otherwise, you're just jumping into lava.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then you guys took off. So you are now en route to Jungle Mechanica here. There is enough time on the ship during your trip that you are able to get in a long rest, which is good. And I believe also, while you're on the ship, we've got a little bit of RP to do. Let's bounce over to the ship interior here. People's tokens are there in case you need to put in some stuff. Despite Andrew being in the call, Skype says he's now online. That's weird.
That's good to know. I'm glad I'm here.
That was just strange. Yes, so do what you want to do with your tokens there. But yeah, people are on the ship, and I believe there's some RP people want to do.
Yeah, so a few people expressed interest in this when I offered it before, but Rin would be just toying with his cards a little bit, laying them out in different ways over on these boxes here, and he would just say out to everybody, he's like, well, we're in somewhat of strange circumstances, so if anybody wants a question answered, I can certainly try and answer it.
What, like a yes or no type of question? Are we going to get killed in this death trap?
This is a good question. I would like to know when we will die.
Well,
Are one of these handleless doors going to like swing down and cut somebody's toes off?
I mean, something more personal. Something about what you've been thinking about for a while.
How do you answer these? With cards?
I do. Give me a question.
Okay. I don't remember my question.
You literally had one job to do.
One jump.
I did. I literally had one jump.
Oh my god!
I
It
think
might be this one. That
will
you
they
get-
accept me back or something to that effect?
No, will they find it in their heart to accept me?
Will they? That's it. Thank you, fortune teller.
See, I know your question before you're even gonna ask
You
it.
do.
That just proves you're legit.
It really does. So he's gonna lay out these cards onto the table into a weird cross pattern and look at you. But first he's gonna say, you know, that's like really depressing to hear you ask that specifically. But all right, I can answer that for you.
You said it was going to be it's a question.
Fair enough. So, at present, this card shows up. Six of Swords.
Oh,
Inverted.
Jesus.
It's the weight of your past weighting down upon you. And if you're wondering about being accepted, I'm guessing you haven't been accepted in the past. Probably
No,
because
not really.
of what you are, and that's plaguing you a little bit.
I don't like this game anymore.
The challenge. Knight of Cups. You want to present yourself as the best way possible. Shining, so that we see you as something great. So that we'll like you. See your charm. Seven of Swords is your past. You've kept quiet about what you are because of this fear of what you are. And what people would do to you with rejection. Maybe even hostility. The future. The Knight of Wands. Your immediate next step should just be to focus on the adventure. Act how you feel is natural. Let energy guide you, and just continue on through the world as you are meant to be.
Thunderwave everything.
On the outside, what you want is friendship, the Knave of Swords. In ear for your words, somewhere to keep your energies along with the rest of us. Vilnar is like, holy shit, he's just pulling these out of nowhere, oh my god. And under the surface, the Ten of Cups. You believe that your happiness, right now, lies in the harmony of the people around you. It makes sense. I mean, our home is gone, and we're all each other have. Now, for the card's advice. The Eight of Wands. Don't hold yourself back, because if you do, you'll just find some frustration in yourself. Don't wait for approval. The external influence. The external influence is the Wheel of Fate, or Wheel of Fortune, which is ultimately that destiny is what seems to have brought us together. I mean, only us, out of everybody else on the world. I think that says a lot, right?
Certainly says something.
Now, this one. Your hopes and your fears. The Hangman. Inverted. Or in this case, Hang Woman. I think that this might actually be a fear of the literal nature of the card. You're afraid to be hung by us, the snakes that are around you, surrounding you. But this can also be a good thing, because when it's inverted, the snakes aren't hanging you, they're holding you up. And finally, the outcome, the Magician, inverted. If you keep worrying about what we think of you, how you are now, well, you're not going to be happy. It shouldn't consume you, because, well, if you're yourself and you change how you think about yourself, everything will be all right.
So she's been like watching pretty intensely the entire time. And then as soon as you're finished, she just kind of straightens up and gives you a kind of a terse nod and thank you.
No, but really, don't worry about it. I think we all need to get along in this case. I mean, we are on a strange ship in the middle of nowhere, or who knows where, really, going from world to world. I loved how well all those cards came together.
Okay, who's next? Somebody else, please.
So Otto's like sitting in the pilot's chair. He's either being instructed how to pilot from our digital hero here, or it's on autopilot and he's just kind of like holding his hands in front of him, imagining he's piloting. I'll let you decide. But he says, "Oh, ooh, do me. Am I gonna? Are we ever gonna see our parents again?"
That's tough, but okay, if you think you're ready for what could possibly be the answer. Because really, a question like that definitely goes deeper than just our parents. Well, let's start this off. The Eight of Pentacles, inverted, as the picture on the front suggests. It's a family there. They're all tending to each other, spending time with each other. And inverted, this is the isolation that you feel. Your focus is on them right now, and the lack of your family is drawing your attention. You wouldn't have asked me the question otherwise. The challenge before us is death. Now, this could mean death if our parents are indeed dead and our world is
My
dead.
parents are gonna die.
Well,
Oh
they
God!
may already
She asked
be.
if our parents were
Oh,
dead, and
no!
you drew the death card. That seems pretty
Oh
straightforward.
God,
What-
guys! Oh,
It's possible.
No.
But it also may be that you're afraid of this change, that we're not seeing them now, of our comfort in being on those islands. I mean, it's different, and change is hard to deal with, regardless of what the change is. I hope the people that we love are not dead, but I can't be sure of that entirely.
Yes, going from living to dead is the biggest change you will ever go through.
The future, the past. The King of Swords. This is what makes me think that it's not quite death, because the King of Swords stands for truth, clarity. I mean, we knew our place on the islands. We knew what we were going towards. We knew the things around us, and, well, all that gone is a little scary now. That's true. I mean, you knew your family, you knew your life. And I think for all of us, it was fairly good. But now, the immediate future, the truth is, we all are hermits, in a way. We'll have to be without that clarity. And alone, in a sense. Not alone in body, but definitely without what we had before. The answer to a lot of our questions we will have to find ourselves. On the surface, the quest is about the reward of returning to our family. The Seven of Pentacles. If we make it through, maybe we'll get back, our home. But deep, deep down, what we want more than our family is the Four of Pentacles. This clarity and stability that we used to have and we don't have now. That's really what we're afraid of with losing our parents, isn't it? The advice from the cards. The King of Cups inverted. We need to regain control of our lives, however that becomes. Because if we don't, things will become unstable. We need to learn how to think for ourselves, how to go past the idea of just returning home and, well, doing something with how we are now. The external influence. The Three of Wands. We can't fully prepare ourselves for what's to come. The challenges are vast, and we know that they're ahead of us, but at the very least, we know that we are going to face those challenges. These trials exist and we have to go through them. I'm assuming that the cards mean the worlds which we have to get the stones from. Our hopes and fears. Well, 6 of Wands, we hope for victory, obviously. We want to get the stones. We want to get one step closer to stability, to going home, whatever that means victory is. And so the outcome is the 4 of Wands. If we keep going as we are now, getting these stones, working as a team, we will find harmony, a community, a home.
How convenient.
Listen, I just read the cards.
I'm not sure if I like your cards.
So in both of your fortune tellings, they say we need to work together. Isn't that crazy? How both of their fortunes are the exact same.
It's almost like that is their fortune right now. If our destiny is to be together and to complete this together, I'd say fortune is right.
Or that is what you want to happen.
It's possible. I mean, I can only read them as they come to me. But I think in the future you'll agree that if we do ever become separated, if we split this party, things won't go the way we want them to.
I will wait to see that day. And I am sure that I will not be wrong.
Cut 2.
Cut to everybody dead in individual pits. All right, so you're doing all that, and Song's doing his like ship piloting, and he just looks over and he's like, "Yeah, well, don't go splitting up anytime soon, because it's probably gonna be pretty easy to get lost in this jungle. It's pretty dense down there. It's tough to even find. Oh, all right, here we go. Here's a clearing. Finally, somewhere I can land and drop you guys off. Jeez, this place is like covered in trees. It's like hard to even see the ground. Anyways, and then the ship will."
Really?
Come
Trees? I
down
can't
and-
see any of them.
We should have come here first. This was an obviously better planet to go to.
This
So
one
you-
looks better, I agree.
So you guys land in basically like a barely big enough clearing for the ship to actually land in, but like you can, because like as you get near, you remember how the other one just kind of basically looked like just a giant ocean, just a giant globe of water. This one just looks like a giant globe covered in trees. It's like, yeah, there's like nowhere to land around here. It's crazy. But you guys do land on a bit of a
Zip line
clearing.
down?
What's that?
Can we zip line down?
You just land.
That's fine too.
And your hangar, or your bay door opens, and you're in this small clearing, but completely surrounded just by very, very thick jungle. And Song just looks out and goes, "Boy, it's times like these I'm okay being attached to this ship. I guess
What are you
good
talking
luck.
about? It's beautiful.
I mean, yeah, good luck finding what you need to find out there. Probably gonna be a little tough."
We should look for a lake.
We should just follow Vilnar's nose, really.
I'm okay with this. This is my natural habitat. It's a little bit hotter than I'm used to, but it shall work.
Well, if you want to lead, then.
As we were flying down, did we see anything on the...
Nope.
Like,
I mean,
any
they-
settlements? Like, anything that
Nope.
indicates that there's... Really? Like, no...
Nope.
Jesus Christ.
Ghost who lives in the ship that tells us what to do.
Uh-huh. One of these
Which-
days, one of you guys will call me there, I think, but whatever.
We saw you die, and now you are here, and we cannot touch you. You are a ghost. You should accept this.
It's a fair deduction. What do you want?
Which way to the orb? You say you can sense it. Which way? Which direction?
On this planet is the direction. Okay, I guess like any way except that one.
I'll go that way.
Which way are you pointing?
He's pointing like, I guess let's say it's south, or it's east. It's east. He says, okay, it's definitely not that way, but I guess like any of the other possible ways, it's pretty wide range on these things, guys. If we knew exactly where they were, we might just not have to be able to come here and explore a planet.
Should we just
We
go
can
in the
fly,
opposite
if we
direction?
can
then?
fly close enough, I can have locate object prepped, and we could just troll the system. We could just fly around like that.
Locate object is, what is it, a 30, 50?
It is. That's why I said if we could fly
Yeah.
low enough, which I don't
Man,
think we can.
No. You can't do that.
Can I
That's why
smell
did
in
not
the direction
prep
that
it.
he said not to go in?
Sure.
Smell or hear?
Yeah, go ahead and either one. Just tell me which one. So smelling or hearing.
Yes.
You smell a lot of trees and dirt and plants and various jungle flora. One thing you don't smell is any sort of like animal. A lot of flora, but not fauna.
Do I hear any echoes of anything coming from that direction?
No.
As like a hunter-gatherer type, that's really weird to me, right?
That is odd.
Suddenly, I wish I would have brought Speak with Plants.
We
To
should
the
just-
jungle planet, yes. That would have been a good idea.
We should
They
just
don't
start in
usually
either
like
direction.
to talk to me.
My dad used to talk to the tomato plants. It didn't do much.
Well, in any case,
What is?
I-
It's like when you like make them listen to like either death metal or classical and see how it
Oh,
goes.
that
It's
thing.
all in the tone, yeah.
Okay.
Happy little
was gonna say,
trees, happy
Song
little tomatoes.
hologram song does not care, but Tony was like, "What?"
I suppose we will go in the opposite direction of where we hear nothing.
It's a good idea.
It's a direction.
We will go and explore this entire planet. You stay here and do nothing to help us. Okay, break.
Cool. Sounds like a plan. I'll be in here. And then he.
That was the goal of this group now.
Sorry?
Well, you're gonna stay here with the ship, and we're gonna go off and explore Namek. I mean, whatever this planet is.
I don't know what you're referring to, man. I'm gonna do whatever holograms do.
I am so glad I am not a ghost. I feel like it would be very boring.
Well, you would also be dead.
Exactly.
Trust me, it ain't fun. All right. Good luck, cadets. It just.
I don't know. I think he has a good enough time giving us crap like that.
So, Tony,
Mm-hmm.
I have survival.
Yeah, I knew
So-
some people had some jungly stuff.
And this is, though they don't have favorite terrain anymore,
Mm-hmm.
the jungles and thick jungles is something Vilnar is very familiar with traversing through in the Dogs of War.
Cool.
Could I make a survival roll to give us the optimal path? Like, we're not stepping on snakes or anything like that, safely going through whether we're not getting ourselves killed.
Of course.
Okay.
So-
I'll roll a survival as well to kind of double check his work and help him out. And
Oh,
Kinda
I was gonna
be a
ask
second
if I
here.
can do it because we have an issue of anything you can do, I can do better going on.
Pharaoh,
I mean,
you may
feel
help me
free.
if you wish.
All right. Let's.
I don't know. You have
Still not
advantage.
full survival.
Advantage. He's fine. He's fine. Whatever.
Let's see. I'll get rolls from everybody, and then we'll see what different people pick up.
Oh, you want
As you're moving.
to roll from the blind dude? This will be fun. About what I thought.
So as you're going along, yeah, like you're looking for those telltale signs of like there could be something dangerous here, and so you're really not running into anything. You're not running into like any clear tracks, any clear whatever. Doesn't seem like there's necessarily anything very dangerous as you're moving through.
22 though.
Until
I would like to say while we're moving, I'm between the green chalk and my chalk set, and then the dirt, I'm like painting camouflage on myself, and then like picking branches and plants from trees and like sticking them into my armor and stuff to do like a kind of a not super great ghillie suit, but like kind of get some camouflage going.
Okay.
You are making sure that none of that's poison ivy, right?
Yeah, I'm making sure it's not that it's not poison ivy.
How about poison oak?
Well, your survival roll was high enough that it won't be poison ivy.
Or poison oak.
So yeah, with all of you guys,
Poison nettles?
I can tell you that is not mud on your face right now.
so as you guys move, you're all being very, wary of anything that could be there. But you're really not seeing any signs of anything potentially dangerous until you reach this other spot. And this is not necessarily a clearing you're looking at, but what you see, it seemed just like completely undisturbed jungle until you reach this one spot where very clearly, like, there has been a disturbance here. And if you'd like perception roll, we can get more in detail about what you are able to pick up here. But very clearly, this is the auto sees nothing.
I'm still looking for more camouflage stuff. Jeez.
Artem, you're such a good sport making all these rolls at this point.
I kind of love it. It's kind of interesting.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
So,
Wait, where's Sunny? Did Sunny roll one?
do you want to roll a perception one
Or
here,
did you
Sonny?
want to?
Okay, so Vilnar, if you're specifically
God.
Nice. Vilnar, if you're specifically sniffing for blood, you do not smell any.
Okay. Oh, it's pretty low
Um,
anyway, so.
And yeah, regardless, you don't smell any. What is evident from any of those rolls is that you see like basically scratch marks in a bunch of the trees. You see here one of the trees has been completely felled. Like something just kind of tore through here. Those of you who rolled higher are able to perceive that it was definitely something, not multiple things. There's one thing that did this.
Could I examine the scratch marks?
Sure.
I'd like to use my... What is it called? Hunter's Bane.
Okay.
Advantage on wisdom survival checks to track fey, fiends, or undead, or recall any information on them. Does it look like any of this claw marks could be fey, fiend, or undead? And I can't...
Fey, fiend, or undead, no. It's
Okay.
specifically things like that. It's not just like, hey, this is a regular animal. It's specifically those breeds of thing.
I'll copy and paste what it is. But basically, I have my blood transfusion gives me a little edge when it comes to tracking magical creatures.
No. Then no. You're not going to detect anything right now.
Seeing him investigate it, would my attention be brought to it, or am I still entranced with finding more ghillie suit stuff?
I mean, that's an Andrew call.
I'd prefer to be able to check it out as well and make a
You would like-
survival.
Sure.
All right.
Okay, kind of looks like maybe like a bear claw or like a wolf claw, something like kind of that.
A Danish or donut?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a real Dunkin' Donuts type carving here.
Excellent.
So it looks like that, except it's way more fine than you'd expect a claw mark to be. Like normally, you know how there's like, oh, when you cut a piece of paper, there's no real. It's technically, if you were to zoom in far enough, it's not really a straight edge. You know, so like it's one of those things where like a claw mark would have some like natural like variance to it, but these are all like perfectly like
someone sharpened the claws.
Yeah, it's sort of
Which
like
doesn't happen in the natural world so much.
They're all just like completely perfect the way these are drawn out.
I'm gonna pull
Or
out my
slashed.
longbow and ready it and say,
Okay.
guys, this looks like a bear scratched it, but like with really, really sharp claws.
So you're
Kind of
over
weird.
by Vilnar though, right?
Oops. Yes.
But
Okay.
we've not seen any animals, have we?
I mean, if we see
We've
Yeah.
heard them, yes. But
So
we haven't seen any.
So with Sunny saying that, everybody roll one more perception roll, please.
I'm guessing this is a site.
Yes, this is a site.
Way to go, Sonny.
Okay.
Great
Only-
job.
Yeah. Only Sid sees this.
Ah, yes.
You guys remember in Halo when you pick up the camo thing, you can still kind of see somebody, like you see like a disturbance in the way something is moving.
The
It is-
shimmer.
Sure.
Okay, so right
I called
here,
it!
and it works based on where Farrell is standing. There's kind of a weird like shimmering thing standing right here.
Every adventure. 'Cause
Okay.
It lasts for 8 hours and doesn't have concentration.
That's fair. We can retcon that.
The-
Additionally, if you want to roll your D4 to charge up your amulet, see how many uses of bless you got there.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I would be giving it to everybody except for Otto.
Okay.
Suck
Oh, we were friends.
I wouldn't
Oh, we were
give
tight.
it to Otto because the last battle he took like no damage and everybody else took a lot.
That's fair. Dang. I'm gonna get hurt this time.
Well, you know what?
Just to
Famous
spite
last words.
Sonny, you will learn.
Okay. So everybody's in. Yeah. If you want to do that, roll whenever, just to see how many charges that you have, Richard. All right. Just the one. So next long rest, you can try for more.
All right.
Oh god, I'm not dead.
Farrell's
I'm not
dead.
dead. No, not.
No kills for you.
Yes, my chance is high.
Good, she's down.
Okay. So, Farrell, you see this weird thing shimmering. Like I said, it nat 20, so it's gonna go first anyway. As this thing becomes visible, you hear essentially like a tiger's roar, but it's like super heavily modulated and like robotic, because this is the thing that leaps at you.
It's a Zoid.
Motherfucker.
Straight up Zoid. So it takes a leap right at you and takes a big old swipe as it comes at you. And an 11 won't hit you.
No, it won't. But as a reaction, I'd like to be like, "What the fuck?" Just straight up, because oh my
Sure.
god.
Okay. Well, that's what it does. So now we get to move on to Otto.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and flank it. I'm going to swap out for my rapier. And come on.
That tree, you would have to climb over it.
Oh, is that why it's not doing the thing?
Yeah, but that said, it's not big enough that you wouldn't be able to get to this thing. What's your move speed?
Wow, now there are two of me. 30.
Okay, so it would be like, yeah, you'd be able to get there.
Oh, perfect. Is that
Yeah.
flanked since I'm...
No, I don't think you're technically flanking. I think you need to be up one more, because we talked about this before. How the
it's wonky.
yeah, with larger creatures, it's kind of weird. So I'd say at least for this round, you're not flanking it, but you'd be able to move into a flanking position next time.
How tall is it? How big is it?
At least your guys' height. You basically what you're looking at is a big robotic tiger that stands very tall.
Okay. Well,
Very-
I'm going to
very
go
big.
ahead and make an attack.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and use one of my superiority die and use a fainting attack. Never mind. No, I'm just going to go attack it.
Okay.
So total of 10.
Yes, you hit. You do let 10 damage.
Excellent. And I get a second attack, which I will go ahead and do.
Oh yeah, you have 2 attacks now. Good for
I
you.
do. So I'm more
all right.
effective in battle. So total of 8.
Yep. Okay. Forgot you have that, because you have dueling, right? That's what that extra damage is from?
Yes, it is.
Cool. Okay. Now we're on to Vilnar.
Great. I will start off by As I see this beast move out of the jungle, I shall draw both my blades, and with one, I shall cut my arm and activate the Rite of the Flame. Only 1 damage, not too bad.
I like your flavor text there.
Yes. So that consumes my bonus
Fire
action.
on the board.
I just noticed it. I love it.
I will leap over the log, and with both, or just with the long claw, I'm going to take 2 attacks. Would this be considered flanking?
You are flanking with auto, yeah.
Great. I shall have my count soon.
Okay, that'll hit. And that will also definitely hit for, that's another 15 damage. Cool.
Yes, thank you.
Solid hit. Solid hit.
And as I carve into it, and parts of the metal burst apart, I look over to Pharaoh and be like, no big deal.
Just attacked me out of nowhere. Can we be smug after it's done?
There is always time to be smug.
Is there?
It's on his ideals, on his sheet.
Well, Sonny, our pal Sonny is never smug, but it is his turn.
For the DM, as a free or bonus action, would you allow me to do a nature roll to see if Sunny, or either nature or insight or perception or whatever, to get a sense of if this thing is an animal, or at least is it alive and sentient, or is it just some metallic
Sure.
beast? Because he's
Sure, we can call that a bonus. If you're taking a moment to take that in before you act, I think that we'd call that a bonus. If it's taking it, because then it's taking up, about half of your time, if you will.
What should it be? Insight? Should it be nature?
If you're trying to tell if it's an animal, I guess I would say nature.
Oh boy.
Because you're not trying to perceive any details about it. You're trying to figure out what it is. So I think that would be nature.
Well, at least he has a -1 instead of a -2.
Yeah, I think the players here know, but Sonny has no idea whether or not this thing is an actual animal.
Do I not know, or do I think it's the wrong thing?
You didn't nat 1 it. So you're not convinced that it's an animal.
But my suspicion
I know
is,
it's weird when the scale goes like the other way with this.
yeah.
I think you would still suspect it's an animal.
Okay. In that case, this has worked for the first encounter in both the other worlds that I was in, so I'm going to try it here too. I'm going to attempt to charm animal.
Okay.
Or animal friendship.
Sure.
Do you just want to say that it fails?
Yeah, it fails. It doesn't work. And you as Sonny know that, right? You know that when it does not work.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can tell that it just did not work. Not even that there was resistance on this thing's part, just that it was a complete failure.
Okay.
And with that we go. Sorry. And with that we go to Rin.
Okay, so it's metal, right?
You don't know that. No one's confirmed that.
Well,
Oh, that's a good question. What can Rin see right now?
actually, yeah. What does Rin?
Oh, it's
see?
visible. It's visible now.
It's never
To Rin?
been Rin.
Well, what I'm saying is before, like when it was like invisible, then there would be nothing. But now, like you're seeing, it with successful attacks on it, you would have seen and heard. You would have heard where it was and seen like that cat just. When that cat opens doors,
Oh, jeez.
you would have definitely been able to hear the direction this thing is in, and based on the
Yeah, that's the real question.
So that's the thing. Yeah, I don't know. If that's the case, I don't think you see it, but you definitely can tell by the way your friends are positioned where the thing is.
Okay. Weird. But I did hear clanking because he hit it with the sword, right? So I know it's metal.
Yes. Yes.
All right. I'm gonna draw a card then, and let's see what happens. Because...
Or at the very least, it's wearing metal.
Right. At the very least, it's wearing metal, which is important for one of my spells.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't hear the sound of the cutting of like flesh or anything.
Gotcha. Well, let's see if it can be charmed then.
Okay. Let me see here.
Rin's trying to pull a Sunny.
Yeah, I don't think that would really work on this thing, just because of what it is.
Interesting. All right.
Hold on. Let me do one quick Google search here.
Do robots love?
Can robot have feel?
Hopes deleted.
Bypassing override. I want to be alive. I am alive.
You definitely would have heard the verbal components of what Sunny was trying to do.
Okay, there's no official ruling on this thing. But I'm just gonna say based on the way this thing is, it's not going to work.
Okay.
Because the idea, when you're casting this, the idea is that you'd be tugging on this thing's threads, or you'd be like doing something within its mind to alter what it's doing, right?
I guess tugging on its threads, but that means none of my spells work on it.
Well, aren't some of your spells just things that are being cast, though?
A couple of them are created from the cards, but like one's the thing that can't pass through metal, so that can't hurt it.
Mm-hmm.
I can run through everybody and hurt everyone. That's a fun one. But otherwise, they affect the whole thing.
I mean, I guess it just isn't gonna work then.
Cool. So Rin can't do
We
anything.
found the dealer's weakness.
Yeah, I just didn't think. I didn't even think about that until right now. But like, yeah, I guess it doesn't really have a thread. So unless you're throwing like cantrips in its direction or something, like, I don't know. We're gonna have to go case by case.
I'd argue that with rounding it and attacking it inwards, he could get a beat on it.
Yes, but it would still depend on what he's doing. Like if he's casting it like an offensive spell in its direction, yes. In this case, the thing he's trying to like charm, there's nothing within this thing to be charmed.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So yeah, I guess
are
that's...
constructs immune to charm?
That's the thing I was trying. That's the thing I was trying to look up, and there's no hard rule on it.
Stone Golem, are you immune to charm?
Probably.
Yeah, it'll say in the monster manual.
Stone Golem condition immunity is charmed. Yep.
Okay. I guess it is case by case in the monster then.
I think most constructs are probably immune.
Iron Golem as a more likely source, also immune to charm.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. So at least your charming will not work on it, but who's to say other spells won't?
Okay.
And we're on to Feral, who might be muted. Up there.
I was, yes. So you guys didn't hear my angry typing.
Nope.
Fine.
Is there any other kind from your end?
Just angry typing, and we're gonna do that
D&D,
anyway.
it's such a great like group therapy session, unless you're Sid.
Unless you're Cindy, in which case it's just all angry. I'm gonna go ahead and move there. I'll take the.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dude, I gave you an anger management book, so you got no excuses.
You did. I said need to pull that out.
Does a 14 hit you?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Right.
That's fine. That's fine though. That's fine. And then I'm going to do cantrip Thorn Whip.
Okay.
It's gonna be.
Ooh.
How about that? Does that hit it?
that definitely hits it, and it also hit you for 20 damage.
Jesus
420
Christ.
damage.
Nah. Ha ha ha. That's what all the good stuff comes out. Is on 420.
There is a lot of good stuff coming out on that day. It's
Okay.
It's insane. There's good
So
music,
it
good
takes-
movies.
It takes
probably good game.
2d6, which
I've
sucks.
definitely smoked too much and taken 420 damage.
And then
For
because it's larger, smaller, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna pull it 10 feet closer to me and away from fucking Vilmar.
Interesting.
Wow.
Do not take my kill.
Well, you did it.
So like just this
I-
long whip of these like wicked long thorns and stuff just like emerges from her palm, and she just cracks it, like wraps it around its neck and like just pulls.
Okay, so
It's piercing damage, by the way.
yeah, that's fine.
It's the thing's turn now, and you just pulled it closer to you.
And
why not?
unfortunately,
Why not?
because of this thing's range, even though you yoinked it away, the other two guys don't get an attack of opportunity.
Well, I was
Right,
just forcing it
only
away anyway.
On
No,
its
It wouldn't
turn.
anyways.
They get attacks of because it was pulled.
No,
They
away.
don't.
If it's forced away, it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. Regardless, this thing has reach.
It's
that
not
it
its
wouldn't
reach.
matter.
It's the person's weapon's reach or their reach.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, right.
Everybody's
the
still
person
within
who
reach.
would be attacking's reach.
Yes.
What I'm saying is you're still in the thing's threatened square.
Even Vilmar is from where he is?
10-foot
Yeah.
reach.
Technically, based on what I put this thing's or what I got this thing's stats from, it's a 15-foot, but that's too much based on what this thing is. So I'm gonna
Large.
give it
What?
10.
How's it 15
I-
foot?
It's because of the creature that I took the stats from. It attacks specifically with a weapon that would have a bigger reach. But I'm gonna say it's 10 feet for this thing because 15 is for what this thing does. It got pulled towards Sid, toward this thing, and so it's probably gonna turn and take another swing at the thing that just pulled it. It rolled a 23. And wow, really? It also deals 23 damage.
Jeez.
Which I think puts Farrell down. Or at least close to it.
No, she should have more because of the aid.
True.
I gave her another 10.
She's not doing good though.
Are you muted again, or?
I think
So you
she's
can-
Yes,
raging off
I'm
screen right
sorry.
now.
No, I was laughing. I had 43 or 42 total.
Was that
to
with
begin
aid
with.
from Sunny?
Yeah, that was with aid. And you knocked me down to 0. So here we are.
And that was with
We
10, not 5.
Yep.
All right, well, that's what happened. But now it's back
Dope.
to Otto.
I
It's a good
love
thing
it.
this thing can't multi-attack, right?
Is it
Back to
not?
Otto.
Good hit.
It's,
Rin,
it
make sure
doesn't need to.
Been rolling really well. All right, Otto.
All right. I guess I'm going to. Jeez, I don't even know. I'm gonna pop up to it and attempt to use a trip attack.
Okay.
Feels kind of weird.
That's a dex, right?
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I make the attack. I can decide to use it if it hits. Ugh.
Okay, well, it doesn't.
Well, second attack.
Does not hit either.
Damn it. If only we were flanked. Okay, well.
Well, that goes back to Vilnar then.
Yeah.
I see what you were doing.
That'll definitely hit.
She's just out there waiting for me to close the door.
And that one will not.
And I'll try and take a strike with other fang.
Okay. Wait, why are there 3 attacks happening here?
2 attacks, then offhand.
Gotcha. Well, that other one will hit. So there you go.
20.
No, right, yeah. Another good chunk of damage.
How does
Good
it
job.
look when it's hit with the swords and the fire?
It doesn't seem to be doing anything different. But flip side, it doesn't seem like it's unaffected by it.
Okay.
Then we're back to our turtle friend.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna use one of my cool new moves. I'm gonna run over to Farrell, being very worried about her. She needs a lot of healing and fast. And Sunny actually has a fair amount of HP on his own because he has a really high con score. So he is going to cast Life Transference.
Ooh,
He
interesting.
is going to take 4d8 damage,
What?
and she is going to get healed double whatever that score is.
Oh,
Sunny,
shit.
no! You sweet
That's
little
really
turtle.
cool.
Why? Oh my god.
Interesting.
That's just a cleric thing? Cleric spell?
Yeah, I forget if it's from the new thing or what. I
That's
haven't-
really cool, though.
Is that necromancy? This feels like blood magic.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
We call it turtle soup.
I call it a Jesus complex. And he is going to do that.
Oh my god.
So
Oh yeah.
you are
Yep.
healed 42.
Oh my
Now-
god.
Does she still have the benefits of aid after being taken down?
To her max HP, not temp. So she's able to heal all the way up to 42.
But I'm saying, does that still apply even after she's been downed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it lasts for like what, 8 hours?
8 hours.
Okay. Cool.
Sunny, I love you. Oh my goodness.
Sunny's at half health now, but that's okay.
I will take care of you, precious turtle, precious turtle.
I can just bonus heal myself with. Oh, I can't do it the same turn, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. Just you
You're precious.
gotta be safe. You're all healed now.
I don't want to use all my spells on it. That's the problem. That's the fucking problem.
Well, now we get back to Bryn.
Well,
I was gonna. Speaking of which, I've already used all my level 3 slots.
if the cards don't work, let's try a new fun thing. I'm so sorry, my friends. So there's 4 darts. Each one has a 50% chance of hitting either the thing or an ally near it.
What? Why? Why?
Welcome
Because
to the jungle.
chaos.
This is not. This is why I hate chaos. It's like, oh, it's a thing that directly hurts you.
So, 1 is the creature, 2 is close ally.
What's this 17 written in? Should I just ignore that?
The 17 is the total damage.
Okay.
I don't know why it has the -2 on there. It shouldn't have the -2. Because it's adding my strength for whatever reason. Alright. So 3 of them hit the thing. 1 does
Okay.
not.
I'm going to say one's going to hit Vilnar based on where he's positioned.
So that's 9, 11 damage to it, and 8 damage to Phil.
Oh boy.
Oh, what did I
How
just do
much
then?
he
Okay.
did mostly to me.
And now I have to heal.
But as you're throwing these darts and these other things you're doing, you can see you're putting some. It doesn't necessarily, look like it's in pain, but you're putting a lot of serious dents and nicks like into this thing's carapace. Now that Farrell's up, she can do things.
Can I?
I mean, that's up to you.
Ah, fuck. I've been trying to figure out what I can do, and it's honestly not a lot right now with everything going on.
You sound like a high school graduate.
That's not a lot I can do.
God, I imagine it's immune to necrotic.
And probably something else that
Shit,
you're really
shit,
good
shit.
at.
Yeah, I know, Tony. I know. I'm really upset about it. Balls. I'm just gonna whack it with my spear, I think. Hold, please. Let me pull this up real quick. Fuck off.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, no.
Wait, what just happened?
Wait, why is it
Poison
rolling
damage.
poison damage? That should
I
be
mean,
rolling
that's-
poison damage. But it
it's
didn't
accurate.
hit. I'll need to fix that. I might as well just erase most of the stuff in here.
All right.
But it does not hit.
Well, that's
Can
all
I,
that.
as a bonus action, I'm gonna use. I'm gonna heal Sunny for a thing.
Okay.
Let's see. I think it's just 1d4 plus 4. Yeah.
Hey, look at you! You get 6 points.
Thank you.
Winner.
I mean, I healed you 42, but whatever.
I know, and thank you so much.
Sonny's not aggressive. He's passive aggressive.
He's very passive aggressive.
So this thing turns in the direction of all those darts, and it basically you've got like some wreckage of plants and like trees and various other forms of like rock debris around here, and it turns to you. It's gonna smack one of those rocks up, and it's gonna just kind of fly in your direction, Rin. And 16, does that hit you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're all still squishy.
Jeez, this thing is rolling very well. It's gonna hit you for 24.
Okay then.
And then we go back to Otto.
I guess I'll.
All right, since we're. He hit Ren, right?
How did it hit Ren?
With a rock. It threw a rock.
Oh.
I could smack a rock at it. It's a large creature.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and pull my net out and try to. Okay, 25 to hit.
Okay, it's Dex.
It is. It's against AC.
Okay,
But it has
so
to make a DC 10
okay.
strength check to free itself.
okay. Well, you
on
definitely
its-
got it. It is restrained.
Okay, cool. And that should have been an advantage, but
You got it anyway.
doesn't deal damage, so no real. Okay, and then I'm going to stab the shit out of it.
Okay.
That's with advantage? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's not gonna do it. But we go to our buddy Vilnar.
I stab it. I stab it before Pharaoh can kill it.
It is restrained, and you're flanked, so I guess double advantage.
With how I'm doing tonight at this speed, I mean, just kill it.
That you will just barely hit it with that 17. So you got 10, 20, 22 damage to it. 30 damage to it. Very good. You continue to chip away at this thing, and now you're starting to expose a bunch of the like
God dang, it's still hanging in there?
inner mechanical parts of this thing.
Damn, this thing's sturdy.
It's almost like an opening boss or something.
Man, it looks like somebody else is gonna get the kill.
No.
Probably not Sunny though, although it is his turn.
That's what we all think. Here's that
Sunny
guidance.
pulls
Here's
out.
that guiding bolt.
Give him a belly flop. Just give him a Senton splash.
Man, Skype is acting weird. Now it tells me Ryan's online, even though I'm already talking to you. Hey, you're
Yeah.
online. Did you know?
I'm glad you're online when you talk to us.
Alright, gonna... Rin, you look like you're doing not so great, right? Because you're at half health, basically.
I have things I can do. Maybe.
I don't know if Sunny knows that. In fact, I'm not sure if Sunny knows much about you at all.
It's very true.
He's gonna go back home.
Wait.
he's gonna say something to Pharaoh along the lines of like, "Stay safe, okay? I'm gonna go over and help Rin." He goes over and he's gonna help Rin. I don't think he's gonna use one of his level 2 slots, but he's gonna use a level 1 slot to cap.
Cool. 8 health. Oh, that's more.
It's 8 more than you had.
It is true.
And I think that's his action.
Okay. And now we go right to Rin.
I want to kill it so badly. But that would mean possibly hurting my friends.
Didn't stop you the first time.
Well, I mostly hit it, and I also knew it wouldn't hurt too much. The other thing I have would hurt a lot more. I'm gonna draw a card.
It would hurt who a lot more?
You guys. So this one is decent. What is this? I forget what this one is. Fuck, where?
How many standard cards in that deck? Is it still 52?
Yeah, there's 52 in here. Yep.
I mean, you got plenty of...
And the
I don't blame you if you don't remember them all.
Well, yeah. It gets a lot easier next turn because I just go by the suit pretty much instead of the cars individually. But I do get to do something. You know what, Sonny? You came and you helped me. So
That's what I do. I'm Franklin.
I want you to feel a little bit better. And he creates out of his card a little cup and gives it to you. It's full of some liquid, and he's like, "You should drink this. It'll make you feel better."
Okay.
No, Sonny, that's how you get roofied.
He's not even gonna ask what it is.
Yeah, so you get 8 temp hit points until next turn, which isn't a bad thing to get.
Cool. Oh wait, 8. How many temp hit points?
8.
8 until the next turn?
Yeah, it's a cantrip, so it can't be super overpowered.
Fair enough.
But I thought I would use it anyway. So, in case Sonny gets hit in between now and Rin's next turn.
Yeah.
That's the rest of his turn.
Alright, well, we go to Pharaoh.
Heat metal would have been clutch here.
Heat metal would have been clutch here.
It's
Fucking.
basically just damage resistance 8 for 1 round.
Yeah.
It's just really meh.
Which isn't bad.
Okay. I'm gonna fucking
You should probably have it go up with
again.
levels.
I'm gonna thorn whip it again.
Okay. I can only move 5 feet to you this time,
That's
but...
fine. I'm not moving. I learned that lesson.
I'm not gonna take it anymore.
It doesn't matter. I don't fucking hit it.
You don't.
This is the worst game ever.
Just quit playing right now.
But
See you guys.
you do that, and it turns to you and takes another swipe.
The only one hitting this thing?
And a 25 will definitely hit you
What the
for 17 damage.
Oh man.
Get out of there!
Wait, it has to take its attacks at disadvantage because it is restrained.
You're right. It does. A 10 does not hit you, so never mind. You don't get hit.
Auto. Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry. I forgot it was in the net.
Auto.
Let me mark
Yes.
that so I do not forget that.
Also, I just read a thing with it that says when you use an action, bonus action, or reaction to attack with a net, you can make only 1 attack regardless of the number of attacks you can normally make. Does that
You
mean
only made 1 last time.
well, only hit with 1? Does that mean with just the net, or if I have a different weapon?
Means if
Regardless.
you throw the net, and then once you throw the net, the other thing in your hand you can only hit once with.
Also, was Pharaoh supposed to get advantage?
On not getting hit? What?
No, when I used
on her
Thorn Whip,
attack?
because it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is restrained,
I guess.
so it takes...
Yeah. Sorry, I completely forgot this thing was in the net. That's a lot better.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Ryan's probably just like, fuck you, Richard, fuck you.
The funniest thing is,
Thank you,
if
Richard.
it doesn't
Thank
kill
you.
us-
Let me just verify. Yeah, right. Let me just verify that I have the right amount here.
I think
And
Thorn's
it is.
like
It's,
D4 anyways.
I'm gonna laugh so hard.
nope, it's D6s. And it's 46 because I'm at level 5.
Cool. You put
Not that it-
another.
Did anything great, but
You put another great dent in it.
I
Now
like to think that the thorns are like the mesquite tree thorns, just wicked long and not nice, and that's all I do.
But again, as you guys are continuing to beat up on this thing, you've torn away quite a lot of the actual metal, and there's a lot more of just the actual, like, for lack of a better word, guts, but obviously not anything actually organic in there.
Can
As
I
you're
pretend to
tearing
throw
in.
the 3 at it, even though I know it's not going to work?
Sure. You can throw some poison dust, but it doesn't do anything.
Oh, well, I did.
And we're on to auto.
Cool. I'm just going to take 2 attacks real fast at advantage.
Okay.
Both of them 19 to hit, total of
Yep.
17 damage.
Yep. Totally hits.
Oh, 17 plus 4, so 21 damage.
Okay. Great.
That'll be it.
Okay. On to Vilnar.
Still standing.
Still standing.
All right, I find its weak spots and I exploit it.
You stab it in the butt.
No, that's my other character.
Oh,
And-
sorry.
That's a solid hit.
Jeez.
In the butt.
And that does not hit. And that's a solid hit.
Dang, he gets 3 hits.
And you've put more awesome dents in it.
Come on!
This thing's mechanical. It's not going to show any signs of anything.
Is it dead?
No.
I've done at least 100 damage to it myself.
You have. You have. Good job.
Could I roll? Could I roll? Never mind. I'll wait.
All right, Sonny.
All right, everybody seems like they're okay enough on health right now. So I am going to attempt to command it to halt, to stop.
Isn't it immune to charm?
Is command a charm?
Yeah.
Gotta be, if it's a
Oh,
influence.
wait. Forgot about that. I thought it was somehow slightly different. Well,
Sometimes there's times when I just wish you guys could see what's on my screen.
Tony, am I doing full damage to it?
Yeah. I said it didn't seem like it was resisting anything.
God damn it, still alive?
Mm-hmm.
It's
What
probably
if-
got like 1 HP
Right.
left.
I'm
Maybe.
laughing so hard. if it
Maybe
has
something
one.
around that. Maybe something around that.
Oh, I want Rin to get the kill so badly and just deny both of you.
Well, let's see what Sonny does first.
I think it's an enchantment, but not a charm. They're different.
I don't know how like what the difference is between them. Like what to tell is a charm.
Enchantment is just a type of magic, whereas charming is more specific. It like makes you friendly for a while. But if you're commanding in like a quick action, that's not being charmed. It's not a condition that it is. Being charmed is being
That's why I did it.
like being restrained or something.
Okay. Well, this doesn't answer the question either. It just defines what a charm is.
Oh, command is not a charm, and technically my thing wasn't a charm either. Unless it specifically states that charmed condition, it is not a charm.
Right. Right. Charmed is like an ongoing condition, whereas something that's not necessarily a charm is just an enchantment.
Like dominate person is a charm.
Can you drop in the description of yours again, Artem, just for my own
Sure.
education?
Where was it?
Yeah. Okay. If it doesn't,
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that is a charm.
Both
but
both
he does have
command
a point.
and dominate person use wisdom saving throws. The only difference between them is that one says charmed.
I guess. Yeah, that's weird. I guess because.
But it functions the same as a charm. You're commanding it to help you.
Right.
Right.
When you're
Although
when
they
you
only-
use
although they're
command,
only
you
for
also
a
command
round.
it to do something, and command also only lasts for 1 round.
Yeah. It is weird that they make that distinction.
I'm pretty sure
Um,
they had to figure out the exact same thing when I was DM.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can. If this comes up in a separate fight, I guess we can revisit it. But
Yeah, just
because
keep
I didn't
going.
allow Artem's, I don't think it's fair if I let yours.
All right, that's fine.
So
Just for this fight at least, and then if we need to revisit it, we can.
Alrighty, well, in that case, I guess I'm gonna try to help my friends by blessing them with that little medallion thing and not use one of my spell slots.
Free use of it.
So, for the 3 of them nearby, Otto, Vilnar, and Farrell, they will all get a plus 1d4 for their attack rolls and saving throws. And that's going to be my deal.
Yeah. Okay. So based on what Artem just linked in there, yeah. So charm would be ongoing, but it seems like also because of the telepathic link it just mentioned there, it doesn't need it needs to have a receiving end basically for the charm. Whereas an enchantment wouldn't necessarily need that, I guess.
I mean, an enchantment is just the school of magic.
Right. It's just not specifically charm. Okay. Well, regardless, I'm going to say charms don't work on these things, but considering that the spells you guys attempted before were not charms, we can say for future reference they will work. But charms will not.
You want
Just
to know
as a-
something that makes this even more confusing? Suggestion technically does not put the charmed condition on anything because you're not actively controlling them, but it does clarify that creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect.
Weird. Well,
We need
Rin, what are you gonna do?
Oh, it's my turn?
It is your turn.
I want it. Oh, this is a major arcana. Whoops. God damn it. This is what I get for mixing them for trying to do this. Ooh, what is this?
Doing the reading.
Yeah, for doing the reading. All of them are mixed together. Oh, we can certainly try this. So it's...
Oh, hey, Richard, you're also online now, according to Skype.
No, the gang's all here.
And I can totally hit it from here. I want it so badly.
Question is, can you quit it after?
Strength save, it's in the net. So a net gives you disadvantage on dex, but not strength, which is interesting. However, you should still have... Oh, wait, no, it's a saving throw, so there is no...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the disadvantage would be on my part, but it's not because the net just doesn't have that, which is strange. Okay, needs to beat a 15. It got a 20.
Well, alright, never mind then.
Yeah. Yeah. On to Farrell then. I can't
still
just say
have,
it chooses to fail just to do that, because it wouldn't choose to fail.
Still under whatchamacallit? Advantage because it's in the net.
Yep, still in the net. It has not made an attempt to break free. Okay.
17
Totally hits.
plus the D4. Dope. That's the whip again.
Okay. And this thing just whirs to a stop.
Yes!
It had 3 HP left after Vilnar's attack.
Oh
Had
my
your
God, I
attack
could have
hit,
killed it with the lasso.
You could have exactly killed it.
Actually, I
So-
would have brought it to 0, which means I wouldn't have killed it. I would have deactivated it.
Yeah.
Because it annihilated my face, can I just, I don't know, is there any way I can rip its head off with the fucking Brit Whip? Can I please? Can I just fuck it up? Or some component
If you
that
have,
fucks it up?
if you're trying to crowbar it off with your spear, I'd allow that.
I'll
Like
hand you my
Aloy.
crowbar.
No,
I'll
I'm
hit
good.
my crowbar.
I'm
and-
good. If I just like hit it and like sever enough of the wires or something that it powers down, I'll take it.
I guess I'm going to reclaim my net and then check it for anything it would have on its person or anything cool, any glowing stones or anything.
No stones. Definitely a lot of stuff that you've just never come into contact before. You don't recognize anything here.
This creature presents a bit of a problem in the sense that it was cloaked before it made its attack.
Really? It's not
Yes.
still cloaked? I mean, I can't see it. It might not be real.
No, it is quite real.
I think we're fighting ghosts, guys.
It's real to us, damn it!
It
Look at
was.
Pharaoh's face. It is quite real.
I mean, I don't know. It might be a ghost. It might just
I'd like
be a
to pull out
ghost.
some of its metal veins, I guess.
It was right next to us before it made its attack.
Okay,
We didn't
I mean,
know
what-
until it
what
was
are you, boy?
upon us.
Why don't you help me pry out its claws?
Oh,
Yeah. Alright, I'll bust out the crowbar and we can go to town.
I'm so
These
confused.
claws that cut through this tree so easily. How, between the warrior boy and I, can we pry out a few of them?
Sure, yeah, you can start prying them out. And as you are doing that, sorry, I wanted to drop this in earlier, but the token disappeared from my lair for some reason. As you're doing that,
Another one appears.
this individual comes out of the woods from the west, and
Who the Fuck is that?
let me just give you. I'll give you a bigger version, just so
Is
you get a
that-
nice view.
I know who it is.
It's not.
How the fuck?
What?
Dude that looks a little bit like this walks out of the woods.
What?
No.
He's Bolo, the bounty hunter.
Yeah.
That was my second guess for what guy would be on the jungle planet.
if
Yeah.
he gets too
So it is a
close,
completely
I'm-
random dude.
There's a reason I was like, I'll give you a prize if you guess it, because it
What
wouldn't
the
be.
fuck? I mean, his eyes
That's
green.
great.
He's got that going for him.
So
Wait, aren't we trying to get the green stone? Is that the stone in his
I
eye?
think it's his
This-
eye. It's
this
the eye of
individual-
Vecna.
this individual walks out. He just goes.
If he immediately gets too close, I'm gonna crack the whip at him.
He's standing about where he's standing now, and just goes.
Okay.
Oh, it's a pretty good thing you stopped it. There's a lot of those out here. They're pretty dangerous.
Oh, hello, creepy guy.
Hi.
How do you know that he's creepy if you can't see him?
You know, the vibes, they're coming off. It's pretty creepy.
Oh, you're right. You're very right.
If you want to insight those vibes you're getting,
All right.
you can go for
Inside the vibes, Artem.
it. Insight the vibes, my favorite Grateful Dead song.
That was not supposed to be at advantage.
Okay. So, both Otto and Vilnar get the sense that maybe this dude's fronting a little, trying to seem a little tougher. And Rin can tell. Wait, where'd you roll persuasion?
Oh, that was just earlier.
Oh, where's your? Oh, you had a.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. And I guess, well, Sonny can maybe tell a little bit. Yeah, you can tell. Like, he's right now. This individual is putting on this like tough face.
If you were so tough, where were you when we were fighting this creature?
I told you they were dangerous, man. You got to be careful out here.
I don't
so
trust
hiding.
this fucker for a fucking second. Oh my god.
Please tell me that was in character.
It could be.
Oh,
But I don't
wish.
think Farrell drops F-bombs as frequently as Lena does. Or me.
Good time.
So.
Give it time. Would you care to tell us who you are?
I'd sooner ask you who you are. You're the ones just showing up around here. I've never seen you before.
You were the one lingering in the trees, waiting until that thing either killed us or we killed it.
Who says I was lingering in the trees? Maybe I just
You
stumbled through
showed up
here.
at an opportune time.
It could just be a pretty lucky time.
No, you got the real creeping going on.
I don't trust him. I don't fucking trust him.
Again,
Thunder
you're
wave.
blaming me.
Thunder
You are the
wave.
strangers here on my planet.
You own the whole thing? Really?
Perhaps.
You got a deed? Paperwork?
Nothing like that.
Legal
At
license?
this time.
Fine. If you would not introduce yourself. My name is Vilna, and we are the peace takers. We take the peace.
Is that right?
No, that's
I think
not
it's
right.
right.
I'm gonna lean over to Vilnar and say, peacekeepers.
Peacekeepers. We also keep the peace.
We take
We
it,
take it
and then we
give
keep it.
back.
You certainly took pieces of that little creature over there.
These pieces, and I hold up the claws and then hand them to Vilnar.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And now he's gonna keep him.
I
Yeah.
would like one of those, please. Just one.
Out of game, I wanted to ask Tony, could he use the claws as like throwing daggers or something?
I was just about to Google that for you. Were you like
Dope as
prying
hell.
out the individual nails, for lack of a better term?
Yeah, the claws themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll call those darts if you want to throw.
I mean, we could fashion some feathers and stuff on the ends to make them more aerodynamic if you like. Do that on a
I mean,
short
it wouldn't
rest.
change the fact that you're throwing it with a dex roll.
I figured
Um,
they're made side dagger sized, right?
Yeah.
Throwing daggers.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's completely fair.
Throwing hatchets.
And how many did you pop off?
As many as we
You want
could.
us to roll for it?
Yeah. Give me let's say one of you like did the hind legs, one did the front legs. So we each want to each roll me a 2d4.
Yeah.
All right. So Vilnar, you're able to pry off 5, and Otto, you're able to pry off 7.
Nice.
The others
Hunter
maybe weren't
gatherers.
able to get off, or maybe they came off in kind of a broken state. So there you go. Cool. Yeah.
I'll give you one of mine, so we each get 6.
I appreciate that. Well,
Cool,
you
good.
know who we are. So why don't you tell us who you are?
Yeah. Sure. You can call me Akoji. That's my real name. Might as well use it.
I'm going to roll an
Insight
insight on
check.
that.
It's probably Francis.
Carlton.
Probably Victor or something. I don't know.
Fuck that. No. He is not allowed to hang out here.
So I got 14.
Yeah, you all for the most Okay. So Sid, in conjunction with the fact that they could tell this guy was trying to act tough, you could tell like he's just kind of a weird dude, but that was actually his real name. He just delivered it in a appropriately kind of creepy way.
How convenient.
What did he say his name was again?
Akoji.
Hakoji?
Oh,
Yes, they do, Art.
where do you come from, Akoji?
I'm from here.
Well, do you have a community you belong to?
You do not look like you are from here.
Oh, I'm from here. The community. In a manner of speaking, I guess.
It's just funny because I also come from a jungle-like place, and we do not dress like what you are dressed in right now. I'm curious, where did you get your clothes, and your chains, and your dreadlocks?
You just have to find the right stuff there, Vilnar. Did I say that right? Yeah, you just have to find the right stuff.
Well,
You look a little pale for this environment.
Are you sure? Because there's a lot of canopy here. Kinda hard for the sunlight to pierce through sometimes.
Otto's gonna kind of lean in and be like, touche.
I don't know what that means.
I think what we're trying to ask is, are you from a village nearby or something like that? Like, where do you live around here in this vast forest?
This whole place is my home. Can't really say there's a village to visit at this time.
So you don't even, like, sleep out in a hollowed out tree? You just, like, lay it down in the mud when it rains? Because that seems like a sad and terrible life.
I've got my places. I've got my secret spots.
Are we comfortable asking him about the thing?
Mm-hmm.
What thing?
The reason why we're here?
Oh, you seen like a magical stone thingy anywhere?
And
Thank you, Rin. Thank you.
you ask that, and he kind of does like and then he disappears. He poofs away.
I cracked the whip in that general direction.
Okay, you hit nothing.
Wait,
Fuck.
poofs as in like teleports?
Yeah.
I'll do a sniff check on him. See
Okay.
if his scent came from somewhere.
His deodorant needs changing.
He had tuna 2 days ago.
Would you have acquired his scent then in that time that you were talking, so that you were
I
able
think
to?
so. If
Okay,
a
yeah, that's
strange
fair.
guy came out there and
That's
he's
fair.
talking to us like,
Yep. And it would probably smell like something you never have smelled before. Although you would notice if you're acquiring the scent, yeah, you get the similar kind of weird metallic scent as you would get off of this thing, based on the way he was adorned. So you smell that. Often and not terribly far from you, maybe about 30 feet from where he was standing before. But then the scent, you can tell, just rapidly just moves away.
Could I roll a perception to see if I hear like branches rustling
Or a
or
motorcycle.
leaves crunching or a motorcycle revving?
Sure. You would probably wouldn't hear motorcycle. But sure, you hear kind of the rushing of wind. There's like a brief pause after that, like after he bamfed. And then you hear Rin. I don't know if you'd hear as much of it, but then there's like a disturbance of wind to a spot again, maybe about 30 feet away from you, and then that wind you're hearing is then just moves off it to the distance at it's just an incredible speed.
I bolt towards it.
Okay. You'd be heading further west in this direction. Do the rest of you bolt with him?
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
Not necessarily out
Bolt.
of like, yeah, let's follow him, but oh my god, please be careful, come back here.
Sure. Okay. So you all head back into the jungle, and you're running, and you very quickly, just a couple steps in, that sound is gone, that scent is gone. You seemingly lost all track.
Would it be survival or perception to try to track him?
We can call it a survival.
That's my
Okay.
Okay, so with an 18, you're able to see that the part that was kind of disturbed or altered in his escape was very high up in the air. You can see like any sort of broken branches or anything are very, very high above you.
Interesting.
Speaking of, actually, I'd like to climb up one of the trees and try and get an aerial perspective.
Okay. So here's the thing about you can do that. These trees are like absurdly tall, so it's going to take you a long time to get up there. Just FYI. I'm not saying you can certainly do it, but it's going to take you some time.
How about this?
I might be able to help with that. I've got along with some rope. I have a block and tackle. If we could like throw it way up there and loop it over a branch, we could like pulley system him all the way up.
Something. I mean, even so, you'd only get to the height of the branch. If you want to take 20 on this, you totally could to eventually get to the top, because we're saying these are like giant California redwood height. Like these are enormous trees here.
I'll tell you what. Pharaoh, how is your horrible face to scars? just the disfigurement on your face, does it hurt badly or?
She just looks totally fucking deadpan. Like,
Oh no!
Yeah,
I
I'd
healed
say
her.
it hurts pretty bad. Thank you, Vilnar.
I would imagine so.
Why is it? I thought I healed you.
What about
it's
this?
just scarring. It hurts. It's still a little sore. Thank you, though, Sunny.
For now, we have lost the trail. But
Mhm.
we could make a small camp here, rest for a bit, and head out. Looking again.
Rest for like 8 hours. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, let me pick my like good spells. Let me pick good spells.
Totobet, you need to not blow your magical wand at the first sign of danger.
I don't know what else to do.
And we don't know where he went.
I mean, I can keep trying to track him, right? I mean, I could look at the canopy where he was and which route he
I was
took.
thinking, while we take a short rest, we could start climbing up one of the trees. So some people could get some hit die back.
Well, I mean, just looking at it, I assume I could figure out what the easiest track would be.
Can gaseous form my way up there?
Interesting.
It's a flying speed. I have a flying speed.
Huh.
Right?
And I have advantage on strength
That's just
checks and
very
con saving
interesting.
throws.
I was just going to say, if we want to take a short rest while some of us climb the tree, we can do that. I know some people are better off than others, but some people might want, like,
Yeah.
Rin and Turtle Man might want to get some of their health back.
Like it is absolutely possible to climb a tree. It's just going to take a while to get up there.
But I'm going to pull out some beef jerky and lean over to Farrell and say, I don't think you're disfigured.
Oh, thank you, Otto. That's very sweet of you.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
I mean, I can't see any problems with you.
That's an eyesight joke. I'm gonna
okay,
hand.
Thank you,
so
everybody.
who's climbing? Who's resting?
I'll climb.
Resting.
I'll climb.
Okay,
And
so
you can do. I can hopefully maybe do better.
I turn
Okay.
into a werewolf and I start climbing the tree with my long claws.
I turn into a thing that can climb.
Oh yeah, well I
Ugh.
feed our turtle friend a banana.
Hey,
Wait, hold on.
so climbing is totally a strength thing, right?
mhm.
I think
But
so.
like I said, if you would like to just take 20 to climb this thing, you can.
Oh, okay. So they're not actually.
I would
rolling.
like to bee shape into a poisonous snake and bite Vilnar.
You bitch!
Are you actually
Giant
are you
poisonous
actually
snake.
going wolf right now?
If we're taking a short rest, I can get it back when we're done.
Okay.
But I will
So-
turn into a...
Okay. So Wolf Vilnar's climbing up the tree. Gaseous Clay, the famous boxer, is floating up.
No, wait. I want to be a giant fucking wolf spider.
Have you seen one of those?
Fuck. I want to be
Just
a
be like-
lizard.
yeah, a little
You
lizard
could-
or snake.
Yeah, you can do a lizard.
I'm gonna be a lizard,
Okay.
and I'm gonna climb this shit.
And then just normal auto is climbing.
I'm gonna climb so fast. You don't even
So
know.
we're gonna have to play out two different scenes here. We're gonna start with you guys climbing. Actually, you know what? You guys start to climb on the ground floor where Rin and Sunny are resting. You give me a go ahead and give me a perception, a listening perception. Okay. Does Sunny want to do a listening as well?
It's taking forever to roll, but there we go.
Okay. Sunny, you hear someone approaching maybe through the woods. And you hear... So you hear it a little bit, and then as it gets closer, Rin, even with that roll too, you hear like someone kind of there's a term for when you're like cutting your way through the brush and like
Hacking?
yeah, I thought there was a fancier word for it, whatever. But you hear someone like hacking their way through the ropes and stuff to the trees, and then this individual walks out of the brush. This is also a DC character, by the way. It's just someone's interpretation of it. This individual chops their way through, up to where Sunny and Rin are camping out on the ground, and she just says, "It would be very, very dangerous to camp here, you know." And
Why?
then we pause on that. We're gonna pause on that, and we're gonna cut to the group that's climbing up the trees. So the three of you climbing up, you can, I don't know if there's any sort of RP you want to do on the way up there, or if you're just making a climb. So you get up there, and
Some of us faster than others.
as far as the eye can see, treetops.
Nice.
Basically the same thing you got when you were in the ship, just things covered in treetops. Otto, if you're still looking for this thing's trail, you will see that the like breaking branches kind of curves up like this, and then it clearly came up out of the canopy, and at that point there'd be no way for you to track it.
Gotcha. So I know he went upwards and away. Up,
Yes.
up, and away.
Lizard Feral goes just a little higher than Vilnar and just like chills and still can't see.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Just as far as the eye can see, nothing but treetops.
cool. Do I see any like newts or lizards or bugs or anything up here?
Nope.
I'll kill you.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I even noticed you change form. I was like up this tree,
I
just
was
like
just about to
going
say,
to town.
if you want to see a lizard, I am a lizard.
This song is playing while we're climbing up the tree, by the way.
Is it what I think it is?
This next part is scored by Phil Collins.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Oh,
That
nice.
might
A
be,
YouTube
that honestly
ad.
might be my favorite Disney soundtrack.
It's so good. It's
It's
so
Most
good.
definitely. Yeah.
Actually, this whole level could be scored by Phil Collins for all I care.
I'm okay with that.
Also, it helps that when I saw Tarzan, I was like young Tarzan's age, so like it was like the perfect thing to see. Okay, so that's what you guys get up there. It's just as far as the eye can see, treetops.
One thing. Do we
Yes.
see any smoke
No.
climbing into the... Do we see any mountains?
Nope.
Do we see any birds?
Nope.
Still no animal life.
Nope.
It's so
The
weird.
Do we
lizard
see no
looks-
birds?
Nope.
Do we see any sloths?
Nope.
Are we in the
See the
Horizon
snakes.
world? Are we in Horizon?
There
Horizon?
might be some Horizon Zero Dawn influence in here.
Yeah.
somewhere.
Horizon has
Yeah.
plenty of animals. I've killed so many of them for
Not
upgrades.
this. Okay, influence, not lifted.
The lizard looks decidedly like quite peeved, and then just turns and starts scurrying back down the tree.
Okay. So that's all happening on the trees. Down on the ground, this individual has walked out of the brush and just says to Sunny and Rin, "You know, it's very dangerous to camp here."
You're absolutely right. We should come with you where you're camping, and we'll all be safer.
Yes, that's what I was going to suggest. Is it
Or
just the two of you?
He sort of looks up. He's like, I mean, do you really want to wait out here for the rest of this?
I'd rather not leave anybody straggling in the jungle if that's what you're suggesting.
All right, I mean, I guess we can wait for them. They're kind of in this heated competition. You know, it's a whole thing. Oh,
Right.
what's your name, by the way?
My name is Ishi,
Ishi.
and you are?
Well, I'm Rin, and this here is Sunny. He's a great, great turtle.
Right.
hey guys, these trees are really tall.
And the people up there are not important right now.
Hmm.
They're our friends, though. They're okay. Why'd you
Yes,
say
well-
this is dangerous?
Well, if you must have encountered some of the creatures roaming around out here. You seem a little battle scarred.
Oh,
yeah.
You mean the
Depressing.
metal ghost tiger?
One of the-
Yes,
I felt-
that is exactly what I'm referring to. And you came out okay. I'm glad it didn't kill you.
I had a question about that. Is it an animal, or is it like some kind of metal I'm confused.
There are no animals here. Not
Oh.
anymore.
Is it alive?
As much as one of those old techs can be alive, I guess.
So,
what this is. I need to know if I should feel guilty about it dying or not.
If you're asking me if it's some naturally occurring animal that you should feel sympathy for, my answer is a definite no.
Okay, then.
Hey, that means you can kill it without any problem, right, Sonny? Just beat the shit out of them.
Did someone say kill it?
Listen,
what are we
more
killing?
importantly, we don't have other people here on our world. Why you're here? What?
About that, you said we. What about the really pale, like really creepy looking dude? It gives off this real weird vibe.
Yes.
Was he? And then she proceeds to describe him.
Yeah, totally that
individual.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you've run into that robotic tiger, it would make sense that you've run into a Koji as well.
Yeah,
Hey, listen,
what's
we're
his
looking
story?
for some kind of stone. Have you seen a stone?
I mean, there's lots of rocks and stuff around here. If it's a specific one you want,
Special colored stone.
I can't say there's
It's
plenty of old, interesting tech around here, but I
No,
can't say I've ever seen anything like a stone.
not tech. It's like a magical green stone. And when we mentioned it to Koji, he like vanished, which I still don't know how he did that.
I'm afraid I haven't seen a stone you're referring to, but as far as anything a Koji can do, he's certainly more than capable of some magical maneuvers. Perhaps I should explain this to the rest of your friends and not just the two of you.
We'll get him caught up. Also,
I think at this point, Otto has made himself comfortable up there, and he's pulled out his fishing rod and attached a banana to it. And throughout this conversation, has slowly been like lowering it down, so it starts like dangling near them.
Oh my god, can I ride the banana down? Please, can I ride the banana down?
Sure.
There's
Yeah.
no reason not.
Dope.
Yes, Farrell, you can ride Otto's banana.
Gross.
I would definitely still be trying to race Farrell, so if I come crashing down next to Katana,
Okay.
that's...
And
The
then
little Headiness
yes.
is just amazing.
So a lowered banana being ridden by a lizard and a werewolf just immediately crashed to earth in front of Ishi / Katana here. And she immediately is gonna like clutch her weapon and be like, animals, they're not supposed to be here.
I mean,
I totally touched the ground before you did. I win.
These
Admit it.
animals, can all animals talk?
I mean, they're definitely animals.
She turns back into a human because she can't talk to anybody as a lizard. I will have you
proofs to
know,
prove it. I touched the ground first.
I wasn't racing.
Oh, I see how it is. Now you are not racing. As soon as I win.
I was riding a fruit. I had no control over it.
That is your problem. That does not sound like my problem. Also, who is this?
Yes, who?
Oh, she's Ishi. She's real cool. She's got a sword.
Another local?
Yeah.
You warned us that this isn't a good place to camp.
Yeah, we should probably wait for your other friends with the fruit line to get down here, and then we can get moving to a safer place.
Not that you could use a snack.
Where do you find your clothes? It is nothing like the clothes that I'm familiar with in my jungle.
We
Someone's
make
going to grab the banana.
and well, we make some, we find some.
I start reeling you in.
Strength check.
I think the banana would fall off.
I was gonna say, I think that the string would snap or something.
She's
Okay.
like, listen, I can explain and answer all your questions, but I feel like we should start moving.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and climb back down and
Can I insight check her? Is she trustworthy?
Can I
Sure.
finish this
I
banana?
don't trust any of you fuckers.
Sure.
walk and eat. Walk and eat.
Name? Oh, Nanner. Are you drawing?
There you
Nice.
are. I drew your lizard form.
She seems very sincere.
Okay.
very sincere in wanting to get you out of here. So everybody is gathered up and then is ready to move through the jungle some more then?
Yeah.
Okay, so as she leads, she goes, so you, the blue one, you asked me who Akoji was.
Yeah.
Well, he's, I suppose still is my brother.
Oh, your brother's a creep.
Yes, he had a lot of issues when he was with the rest of the tribe.
Oh, so he's there is a tribe. Where's the tribe?
He told us there was no village, no nothing.
He said he just lived out here in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, and this is all, like I said, while she's walking, so she's, okay, listen, I suppose everyone in the tribe knows, and, well, we were the only people out here before you all arrived, so I suppose you should know too. Sorry, when I'm not looking at Skype, that sounds like, at first it sounds like a cat or a horse or something making noise. that door, it makes me double take.
I'm sorry.
Or like a really high pitched horse, like a.
Or somebody's left AIM.
Yeah, no joke.
Wow.
Callback.
Nice
Blast
one.
from the
That's
past.
reference to the
We're
night.
old.
Things are different now.
So she's walking through, and now we use fail-safe products like Skype that no one's ever had an issue with ever.
Fucking Skype. Fucking
Cue
Andy.
everything crashing. Okay, so she's walking through, and she says, "Yes, well, as far as Akoji knows, there is no village. We've had to keep it hidden from him. He, all right, perhaps I need to start further back. This world wasn't always the jungle you see before you. Long before us, things were much more, I suppose you could say, advanced. Some would call it regressive. Very, very technology-based. They built all sorts of contraptions and systems and all sorts of things that at this point simply don't work anymore. But that push for this technology, it caused a lot of bloodlust, a lot of wars between those people, and some of us saw that coming and decided to splinter off and allowed the others to essentially kill themselves off while we committed ourselves to living in the most natural ways possible, not messing with any sort of strange technology. And well, since that time, a long time ago, our tribe has been out here, and the forest and the jungle has essentially grown up around us. And at one point, my brother started messing around with some of that old tech that he found at one of the old sites, and decided that was the route he wanted to explore. He was always pretty naturally gifted in the magical ways, and that helped him, I guess, understand and rebuild some of that technology. And Sonny's no longer listening.
Hi, Richard. He's so shellfish.
I'll pick up Sonny and put him on my back and carry him with us.
Okay.
That Neander got him worn out. He's tuckered.
And he eventually left our tribe to try to live in that technological way. And things were fine. There wasn't any animosity there until not long ago he attacked our last village. He killed our own mother, Ashi, who at the time was the elder. And now we need to elect a new elder, and that's the whole ordeal. But he attacked. We, at least those of us who survived the attack, managed to fight him off and relocate the village, and again, keep it hidden from him. But if you found the last one, I'm afraid it's only a matter of time before he finds the new one.
Wait, why is he attacking your villages?
I don't know. He was never violent. He just had other ways he wanted to live his life. He wanted to be as natural as possible. He wanted to learn more and explore of that old technology. But it was never violent until recently.
So wait, how does one weird man attack an entire village?
Oh, it wasn't just him. It was... I assume if your friends here, the turtle and the blue man, fought that robotic tiger, you fought it as well.
Yes.
There are many creatures like that out there. Some powered up, some not. Koji's able to repair them when he comes across them. He's gained that knowledge. There aren't really any real animals anymore, but those fake ones.
The tiger that wears the armor, yes.
You'll occasionally run across them.
How many
So
does he
he
have?
has them on his side.
I don't know how many he has,
Oh.
but yes, he's certainly been able to commandeer them.
Well, no wonder he did not help us fight that creature. It was his creature.
He was probably upset that we managed to kill it.
Hey, I have a
Even-
crazy idea, guys. You know, I mean, like, the stones are from people who have a lot of technology, like that ship. And Koji's looking at technology, and he kind of poofed away. I'm pretty sure Koji has the stone.
We should also probably check on the ship.
Hmm.
If we come back and that thing is in disrepair, we're going to be stuck here.
Yes, I remember. It was that way. No, it was that way. That is the way.
You were
That
the
is way back to
tracker!
ship.
How did you...
That's- It was behind that tree.
With a survival roll of 24, I assume I just kind of like I grab his hand and kind of like point it towards the general direction of the ship.
I am
Yeah,
90%
pat him on
sure
the
it is
shoulder.
that way.
Cool. Richard's back.
Sorry.
When'd you drop out? I'll give you the TLDR.
And I'm gonna grab some more water.
Did you get an internal scheduling video error too?
No, my MacBook just
Fine.
randomly shut off, but it's okay now.
That's a different
Same
error
thing.
for you,
Same
Sydney.
thing.
In any,
Where'd you drop off? I can give you the TLDR.
I think it was around the time we were entering this village.
Oh, you have not entered a village yet.
Oh well.
She was explaining. She was expositioning as you walked through.
Okay, that's where I left off.
Okay. All right. So long time ago, this is a very, very technologically advanced place. But that like sort of rush for new tech and all this stuff led to a lot of inner conflict and bloodshed. So one group splintered off to let the technological people just kind of kill themselves off, while the other tribe decided to eschew all of that and just live basically in as natural a way as possible. That happened a long time ago. So now the jungle has basically reclaimed the whole planet.
Nakoji is a douche.
And Akoji is Ishii's brother, who became fascinated by that technology, was always kind of naturally, magically gifted, and became sort of obsessed with that technology. He then left his tribe to learn more about it and just kind of live his life that way as opposed to with the tribe. There was never anything violent there until suddenly Akoji shows up with a bunch of those repaired robotic animals and attacked the village. Ended up killing his own mother, Ashi, who was the elder at the time. Yeah, but that attack kind of came out of nowhere. He's never been like violent like that before.
Alrighty.
So there you go. That's TLDR. So you learn all that, and then as you're walking through the woods, you come up to this suspension bridge over this river. Now you're going to have to, for this image, use your imagination and just pretend that those are not clear skies around it, that this is all still under the canopy. So you approach the village, and Ishii just says, "This is the entrance. It's visible to those who we want it to remain visible to, which is basically everybody but Akoji at this point. Hopefully he's not, able to see it."
Ishii,
Anyway.
I have a question.
Yeah,
You said there are no more animals.
there haven't been for a very long time.
What do you eat?
I live in a jungle. You don't think there's plenty of nuts and fruits and seeds? Come on.
Oh, they are vegans. Oh, we must leave this place as soon as possible.
I'm going to pull out some beef jerky and kind of taunt her with it.
I will take some of that beef jerky if I get a chance.
Yeah, I'll hand it to you.
What is that? Is that meat?
That's meat.
I've heard things, but it just doesn't exist around here. May I?
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Right?
Lo and behold, you have started the cannibal downfall of this society.
Oh,
Good. Don't worry, we'll be out of here before that happens.
That's a little dark, friend.
I was all serve this. That's wonderful.
Joke.
As I eat the jerky
Is it though?
that
I mean, I can.
auto passed to me, I will revert
find
back to
out.
my widow form as if I had
Okay.
just eaten a Snickers.
Nice.
Okay. So then you cross the bridge into the village, and now you can see that it's all underneath an actual canopy, basically. So even this picture is probably not doing it justice. It's still even more like ramshackle than this. Like it's very much lean-tos and stuff like that thrown together. Because yeah, they had to migrate the village after that last attack, so things are not terribly well put together. But there's a couple huts and a few people around. So you come in and she just says, "Well, I suppose I've already explained just about anything you'd need to know, but I'm sure our elders would like to get to know you. Again, visitors are not a thing here, but I'm sure they would like to meet you."
Cool.
All
Yes.
All right.
We would. Yes.
I suppose I should say our would-be elders, since we haven't decided on who will lead yet, and the three of them certainly don't make it easy to choose sometimes.
I mean,
Ishi, how many people are there in your tribe?
Now, 20, 25 tops.
Oh wow, there are not that many.
Yeah,
Twice that.
Wow.
Twice that before Koji's attack, and
if you're short on people and looking for someone to run to lead, I could try.
well, we typically elect from within our own people, and I'm not familiar with animals, but I would have to guess you're a male,
Yeah.
and those don't typically lead around here.
Ishi, if you are short on people and would like more, I'd be happy to do my part.
That's where I thought that was going.
There it is.
I'm gonna take
I'm
you
gonna,
to
I'm just
the
gonna
elders now.
straight face, just stare right into her eyes. Just
See, I told you he was an animal.
I'm gonna take you to the elders now.
I'm just so glad
Thank
that
you.
even with no Finn here, there's someone to play the role of Finn.
Oh, it's great.
Hey,
All
Vilnar,
yes,
how often does that work?
does what work?
Well, they're taking him to the elders, so I guess right now.
She has not said no yet.
You don't take context clues very well, do you?
You're 0 for
I
2
see
right now.
everything. I smell everything.
Man, I'm blind
no
and
way
I
of
can see what
context.
just happened.
She has not said no.
The score
Alright.
is 0 for 2 right now.
So, as you approach the this elder's tent, you can already hear some bickering from inside.
Oh no.
Then she takes a step. Just wait out here for one moment. She steps inside, steps back out a moment later. Okay, head on in.
All right,
And-
we're gonna go in.
Yeah, alrighty. And you meet the elders.
Oh my god!
It's a witch coven.
They're not all female here.
Oh my god.
Females do lead.
I have a lot of work to do, I see.
I thought you meant in that picture
No.
they're not all female, and I'm like, wait, what?
No, sorry, they're not all females within this tribe. Just the females lead.
It's not
And
the
you made
Amazonian.
Amazons, but you didn't use any Amazons?
They're not Amazons. By the way, 2 out of these 3 characters are just named Baba, which is just really.
I was about to
funny.
say, you're named Baba.
It's literally Baba, and Yuga or Yuba, I think.
Is she from
And-
Baba
Naruto?
Yuba.
Baba Yuba.
This one is Spirited Away,
Spirited Away.
Dragon Ball, and I'm not 100%. I don't remember how I found this one.
Are the
Looks like-
men in there Yabba, Dabba, and Do?
Please.
Right, so you come on in, they're all bickering, and they turn to you. And The one in the middle floats forward on this little cushion orb thing of hers and just says, I'm sure, as she told you, we don't often or ever have visitors around here. How are you here? And why?
We're here to keep the peace. We came in a ship that flies between worlds.
Well, they certainly had great technology here a long, long time ago, but flying between worlds, that's something very impressive.
I don't think it's technology from this world to be safe. Yeah.
I wouldn't suspect so either. And then this one with the cane kind of bops her back, steps forward with it. Well, regardless of why they're here, we should still be hospitable and offer them a safe place to stay.
Well, that would be very nice of you all. Especially because that one guy, is apparently homicidal.
With my insight roll, am I getting like super kind grandma vibes or like about to bake us into a pie?
Super kind grandma vibes.
Sweet.
At least from the two on the right. The one on the far left, as far as hearing about creepy guy, she just pushes forward past the two of them. Super creepy guy. Something tells me you ran into a Koji.
A Koji? Wait, there's more than one.
His name is a Koji.
Oh, there's an A in front of his name. Oh!
Even I caught that, and I don't remember names.
Well, it's fine. He's a creepy
Also, little one on the floating rock. I believe that is what we are looking for. Maybe we see your rock.
I don't think that's...
Well, first of all, my name is not Little One. It is Toho. And I suppose you can see it if you wish. She'll float to the bottom, hop off of it, and
let's get out of here.
that'd be really funny.
So beam us up.
We're done.
If you wish to inspect it, you go ahead. Go right ahead.
I'll show it to Farrell and to Sunny to see if they recognize it.
Oh, you don't want to give it to Sonny. He is the worst person for this.
What are we rolling?
We're
I'll
all pretty
inspect
bad.
it. What do you want? What do you want me to inspect? Perception? Is it perception? What is it?
Oh yeah. That's
Oh,
what
Arcana. Shit. Shit.
Arcana?
I'm
Yeah, give it an Arcana.
it is either the rock we are looking for, or it is a rock.
Hold on. Is it magical?
I think this is it.
I believe we have found it.
Hold on,
we can
Tony.
leave now.
Is it magical?
So, Sunny looks at it and can kind of tell. This is not the thing we're looking for. I think it's just a weird thing that she likes to float around on.
Guys, I don't feel too confident, but I'm pretty sure this isn't it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the shape's it's bigger than the other ones, right?
Noticeably.
Yeah, I don't think this is it.
Which is the right color, yes? We needed to get a green.
Green. Yeah, green. It's green.
Is it green?
Ish. It's got green on it.
What kind of
I
green?
kind of shake it around to see if it'll do anything.
Ask again later.
Can we stop harassing an old lady's scooter, please?
Crack
If you'd like to give that back, I do prefer to use it to maneuver. These old bones are not what they used to be.
Well, I knew we'd have to make hard decisions on this journey, but now we must rob this old woman.
Is he saying this out loud?
I've heard of us crying over the never.
So the one on the left wraps you over the head with those little decorative fans she's holding. She goes, "You better give Toho her rock back."
First
Take
split
it, I don't
second,
even want
Farrell
it.
looks terrified. Are we gonna have to do this?
You can do that again if you want to. Just teach him a lesson.
And she hits him one more time.
There you go.
So anyway, middle one hops back on a rock and it floats back up a little bit.
She
just looks over. Yes.
When a Koji rolled up,
Mhm.
was his eye actually that green color? And did we fucking notice it? Or was that just character art?
I
You
did.
guys I think you guys remarked
Say-
on it. Yeah.
Okay. Noted. Yeah. That's
So we gotta gouge this dude's eye
I'm gonna-
out. Post-mortem, preferably?
So then the one with the so she floats up, the other one wraps right again. The one on the orb just says, thank you very much, Hio there. Well, I suppose we're the ones that have to be polite to guests, but it would be nice if they're polite in turn. And then the one with the cane will bring them back a little bit and just say, well, we still should be courteous. We are here to I guess offer them a place to stay this evening.
Our last
That
people
would be-
that we helped did not do this, so we are already doing better.
That would be most kind of you.
Last people you helped, you've been to other places then on your strange ship.
Yeah, there was
another.
a water world with a bunch of fish people.
And then there was a world with a town and lots of undead. And then there was our world, wherever that is.
Well, I hope one day you're able to return there.
Us too.
For now, well, I suppose without a head chief here, there is a free room that you could stay in. If you all don't mind sharing the same quarters.
We were doing that before.
Well, then
I've got a
that's...
tent.
Yeah, I can sleep wherever.
All right, well, it's starting to get about that time, so we could offer you some food, and then if you'd like to take a rest for the evening, you certainly may.
Yes.
I have another question. You wouldn't happen to know where Koji likes to hang out or what he's doing out in the forest?
Then the rude one will pop up again. Well, if I had to guess, he's probably out there working on more of those weird machinations, those weird robotic things he builds and scavenging for whatever fruits he can find along the way.
Is there a place where those machines appear more?
Not that we could particularly narrow down.
Oh.
I always see one. Well, when at the rare occasion I see one, I make sure to stay very clear.
No. So finding
Is
him's
the
gonna be
rude
hard.
one Hi-Ho?
You have far left. You have Hayo.
Could we get
Middle
a...
here, you have Toho,
Toho.
and on the far
then
right you
Toho.
have Yoko.
I got
Yoko.
it.
Oh no.
Could we get some notes?
Sure. Just you just want to take notes?
Yo-ho.
Oh, there you
I got him written down.
Toho is in the animation company. Hayo on the far left is in Miyazaki. And Yoko is in the one who ruined the Beatles.
So she's
Not-
the real
not-
villain, right?
Not how you spell
No.
it, but fine. You can go with it that way.
That's how I've been doing it.
That's fine.
What was
Wait,
the middle
I
one?
thought
Was it
Hi-Ho was the
Toho?
granny?
Toho, yeah, with a T.
Yeah, Toho's the granny on the ball. Hi-Ho is granny with the fan. Yoko is granny with the cane. Those are my notes.
There you go.
Which is the main one?
Left.
Far left.
Hi-Ho.
Well, Ryan, if you had to guess, which one?
Granny
was the
fan. Hi-Ho on the left.
I will ignore her, and I will go to Toho,
Mhm.
and I will...
We just stole
Kneel
her.
down to her.
We almost stole her ball. Keep
No.
that in mind.
I am sorry for taking your wheelchair. You see, my friends and I, we are looking for an orb, a ball, similar to what you sit on, of great power. Would you happen to know where it is?
I can't say I've seen anything quite like that. What does this thing do?
You know, it's never quite clear what it does. But it has great power to transform the elements around it. We need it for our home, to keep it stable. Outside, it is powerful, dangerous, even catastrophic.
Well, we've certainly had some catastrophic things around here. And then the Hayo leans forward. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Akoji himself got his hands on that thing.
Called it. Rin actually
His-
says that.
His eye. The green one.
Oh, so we gotta pry it out of his
Yoko
face?
Yoko leans forward. Akoji never had a green eye.
He did when we saw him earlier.
Suppose he's made modifications on himself now. Got too bored of... She starts shuffling off. Got too bored of messing with all those old creatures and decided to make changes to himself.
Is Ishi here with us?
Wonderful.
No, she stayed outside.
Ishi told us that only the people that you wish to see it see your village. Is that correct?
Yes, we might live off the land, but it doesn't. You're still asking the same lady, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, we live off the land here, but it doesn't mean we don't have abilities of our own. We're able to channel magic when we need to, and we keep this place hidden.
If that is the case, then how does Akamuji always find you?
Well, first of all, I suppose it doesn't matter what you call him. He has only found us the
Hakuna
once.
Matata.
He has only found us the once, and unfortunately it was when things got violent. Maybe whatever this object you're talking about, if it has great power, maybe that's how he found us.
When was the last time he attacked?
Hayo leans forward. I remember it like it was yesterday, except it wasn't. It was about 10 days ago.
Lady, I have not been speaking to you for a very purposeful reason.
Yeah, well, I got a lot of things to say, and sometimes a chief's got to be assertive.
Smack him again.
Toho turns to her. You're not chief just yet. Yeah, well, neither are you. And Yoko shuffles back over with her cane. Ladies, please. Let's keep a nice demeanor for our guests. We don't get those around here.
If you need a chief, I'm happy to stand up.
You know, we don't ever see animals, but if I had to guess, you're male.
We are still trying to figure that out.
I can sometimes adapt.
Eyebrow waggle.
We prefer to elect internally.
Rin and Vilnar share wide-eyed expressions. This is news to me.
The way.
Right. Were there any more questions for the ladies?
You mentioned quarters for us.
Yes. You wish to stay here in the Elder's tent? There would be a section that Ashi used to occupy, and I'm sure with Ishi's permission, she would mind you using her mother's space.
What happened to her mother?
You know
Akoji.
that she was the last chief who
Akoji
was
killed him.
Oh,
Or killed her.
I may have not heard that part.
Well, now you know.
Yep.
If we are going to stay here, we might as well stay here in style.
Again, that's very, very kind of you.
And Yoko will say, "You are quite welcome." Now then, it's getting about that time. Let's village will be gathering together to have dinner right about now.
Ooh.
There's no meat.
Oh.
No, there are no animals.
Oh, just get over it. It'll be fine. You'll be fine having a salad for once in your life.
Unless, Pharaoh, some of the druids,
Uh-huh.
they could make animals.
Okay, that's not the what I was thinking of.
If you make them, I will kill them, and then we may eat them.
I think there has to be an animal to summon. Maybe.
Just
So I
like
don't.
8
I don't-
turkeys or a bunch of rabbits.
I don't.
Or 8 fairies.
We're 8 fairies. That's not necessarily something I can do today.
Is there a place I can get cleaned up? I'm kind of muddy
I can
and
speak with
covered in
animals.
trees.
You are useless. I want to eat your animals.
Toho will float forward and snap her fingers and prestidigitate you clean.
I don't notice. I just kind of see her snap. And so,
Just take a look at
Okay.
yourself.
oh wow! And I just kind of like pull the grass stuff off of my armor.
Village has its dinner. Things start getting dark, and it's time to rest for the night.
Awesome.
Is there
Before
any?
we do long
Yeah, I was just gonna
rest,
ask. I was just gonna ask anything else you guys want to do first.
Actually, I wanted to see if maybe I could patrol a little bit outside of the camp.
Okay.
Just to see if I don't see any, like, I don't know, any clue as to maybe one of the little metal guys was nearby or Koji was.
If you want to do like an investigation or something, just to see if any hints of him.
Yeah, and I'll go. Yeah, why not? And being careful and like covering my own tracks while
Sure.
I do it.
Pass without a trace?
Okay. So
I could do pass without a trace. I brought that.
I didn't
Yeah.
so I didn't give, I guess, the full pitch for the village like I should have. So when you crossed that long suspension bridge, you crossed onto, you know how in the desert there's like those mesas, right? It's like this like weird isolated flat mountain just like in the middle of nothing. So basically this village is sitting on one of those in the middle of this jungle. So there's a long suspension bridge to get to it. Way below a bunch of rivers and some other trees.
Oh,
And
wow.
then this is sitting on top of that. So it's pretty nicely isolated. And then again, even still, the canopy grows over all of that.
That's awesome.
I went strolling.
So
using
you
pass
seem
without a
pretty well
trace.
sequestered. You do not see any signs.
One thing I would like to retrofit, I should have had a whetstone, and I can't imagine him Otto leaving his house with weapons and no whetstone. So,
Okay.
I'll just get this rock wet, and here you go. It'll
It's
be
not
fine.
the
There
same.
you go.
All right. And while we're all just kind of hanging out after dinner, I'll be sharpening up my rapier, fixing up any dents that would have happened with that robot.
Mhm.
Just kind of hanging out with the guys, maybe play some cards.
Cool. So
You
before,
want to make bets on them cards?
Sure. What have you got? Wait, not with. I don't trust you.
Suddenly, Rin is card shark.
so you guys start to turn in for the night.
One thing before we do part ways, I would like to say,
we're not quite done yet. Unless
Okay.
you mean for the evening.
yes, for the evening.
Okay.
Peace takers. Meeting.
Peacekeepers.
Keepers.
I think
Walkers?
we should take shifts tonight. We saw him earlier this day. He could have been tracking us still. We do not know what he's capable of, especially with that eye. Just in case he has followed us, I think we should keep shifts.
I didn't
keep
see any
watching.
trace of him, but I agree.
I can do a trance for the first shift and then be up the rest of the night. Who else would like to join me?
I don't. Can any of the rest of us trance?
I'll join you.
Don't wish to let me catch up to your score, I see.
Not at all. It's for the good of the group, the good
Sunny.
of the village.
Sonny, you want to take the second shift with me?
Sure.
I guess
Cool.
I'll be on the first. If you're doing the trance first and then doing it.
One of the we'll say Yoko will walk over to you guys. You know, if you're discussing keeping watch, we have people to do that, although you're certainly more than welcome to contribute.
Yeah.
We just feel we should be careful. We saw him recently. He may have picked up our scent.
Please, the more the merry safer.
A very common expression.
Around here, it is.
World building.
So I can take the second shift if I get a trance in. So
There has
And
to be
help
like
whoever.
3. There has to be at least 3 shifts, right? Because I mean, your trance is 4 hours, but you need. I mean, everybody but you needs how much?
Okay, well, I can stay up the extra 4 hours and then go to sleep once he's on watch, I guess.
you and Sunny take the first watch, then Farrell and Vilnar take the second watch.
That works for me.
Yeah, sounds good.
If we make it 6-hour shifts.
Okay.
That way you
Okay.
still get a long rest.
Cool.
Okay. We do that.
All right. So during Vilnar's shift, go ahead, give me one of your sniff checks.
And Farrell's there
Suddenly,
to
I
help me
wish
out.
I would have been like, I wish I would have been like, oh, I will take this while in wolf form, so I also have keen senses.
It's Farrell and Vilnar.
Yeah,
I believe
we're
so.
we're pairing up.
Okay.
I think I got a 6.
Not bad.
I'm gonna call that. We're gonna call that a sniff/hearing, just for sake of
They both have advantage, so.
Okay, yeah, just for sake of a flavor text here. Okay, well Farrell doesn't. But what is it? What's that second one?
I got upset and I just wanted to roll higher.
Okay. In the direction
As a wolf. Fuck.
in the direction of the suspension bridge, Vilnar, you smell something that smells a lot like that robot you fought earlier, and you hear the sounds of something coming across that bridge at a decent pace.
Vero, I believe the creatures have found us.
And by the way, for since you're about to be interrupted, it won't be a long rest, but you can certainly roll hit dice short rest stuff if you want to. Although you might have already done that before when we were doing the climbing stuff. In which case you'll be as you would be.
We can cut the bridge.
Then we are trapped here.
We can always call. I'm not trapped here.
Wow, real team player here. Good to know.
And you definitely hear them getting closer.
Does it sound like there's a lot?
It doesn't sound like a huge number, but it sounds certainly like a handful of individual things.
Oh,
I just imagine these two are going to be bickering about who has the better plan until it's too late, and then we just...
no, that's what will
We
happen
should-
because I have the better plan. Pharaoh, your thorn thing. Do the thorn thing on the ground. Slow them down.
I can most definitely do the thorn thing.
Well,
That's the
just
thing
that,
I
I
fucking
will-
brought today.
While she does that, I will shapeshift into werewolf form, and I will run back to wake the others.
Okay. Glad you did that.
No.
So you go back to wake the others. Farrell is throwing down her thing. Let me just have you guys positioned appropriately.
That slows them down, right? You can slow them down if they're all in one choke point.
Yes. It becomes difficult terrain, and they take 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet they travel through it, and it's a 20-foot radius centered on a point.
You're allowed to slow them down, but do not kill any of them.
Okay, so no.
Be fast, and maybe I won't.
So don't move yourselves on this screen. I've tried to position you appropriately with Vilnar going back to grab the others and Farrell doing her thing. So right around here is where you would want to cast that. That's the direction of the bridge if you want to draw it out.
Okay. It's a 20-foot radius.
Okay.
Doesn't say sphere. Oh, yeah, nope. There's the
It can't
shape.
be a sphere.
There's the shape. Here, radius. Oh, wait. I gotta draw it. That would help. We'll make it bright.
And when you are awake, when you're shaking the others awake, Vilnar, Ishi will draw her katana as well and just say, "I'll stay back as the final line of defense for the elders," which is an excuse for why she doesn't have stats.
Actually, just to
Doesn't have
get
that
everyone on alert, once I get into the center of town, I will let out a long, loud howl.
Okay.
Not a sound they're familiar with, so they're probably going to stay indoors terrified.
Well, that works too.
Okay.
So are we starting from the place we're in, or should we take positions before they get here?
No, because it's going to be pretty much as you guys are coming out is when they're arriving too.
Gotcha.
So I try to, like I said, position you guys as to what would be appropriate. So I'll just wait for Farrell's thing to get set up.
So I guess because they're coming like from across it, I figure it would be also be like 20 feet off screen.
Sure, that's
So
fair.
they take it coming in, and then we have enough room to fight without stepping into it.
Okay, so let me just see before I bring these guys. What's that D8? It's a.
That's just me updating my token for
Okay.
the hit dice.
Okay, cool. Okay, give me 1 second here. Okay, they have to do, okay. 20-foot radius, 2d4 for every 5 they travel.
Has it been 8 hours since our last battle?
You got, yes, I'm gonna say yes.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna cast Aid.
Well, he said we didn't get a long rest.
Yeah, but he still might have the slot.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
saying?
In
Okay.
any case, I can only give you +5 right now, but I'm going to give it to Farrell, Vilnar, and Otto because they were the close combat fighters the last time.
Yeah. Okay.
So we get what now?
You get +5 to your max HP.
What's your save DC, Sid?
14.
Okay, only one of them saves.
Dope.
So, okay, let's see here. So, one of these things arrives unscathed because it gets around your thing.
It's a fucking raptor. Jesus.
I am also going to cast Blessed on the 3 of them.
And it's, okay, so 20 feet radius, which means they'd be moving across 4 squares. So it would be 8d4 to the other 3.
20-foot radius is
Is both ways.
yeah. So it's if they're moving across the whole thing, it's 8 squares.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's not. Is that not what I rolled? No, it's not what I rolled. Okay. Okay.
That is a second level spell.
Yeah, that's a ridiculously powerful second level spell.
Yeah.
It is so funny. No matter what happens during the day, after like 9:30, my dogs pass out.
Okay, and then these other ones arrive. So yeah, one got through unscathed, but the other one's clearly stepped on your spikiness.
Damn right they did.
Okay, let's do some initiative rolls.
Tony, just as a heads up, while I was running over there, I had enough time. I would nick both my thumbs and cast Bright of Flame on both Long Claw and Other Claw.
Sounds good.
I don't suppose. Oh, you said we didn't have that long rest, so I probably wouldn't have been able to refix
Yeah.
spells.
That was
Yeah,
my current.
You did not have your long rest.
My dex is lower than Otto's.
Okay,
It's only
so
one,
so
My
tie
initiative
goes-
was 6.
tie goes to Otto.
Oh, gotcha.
Villar's got a 14. And you're in wolf form, right?
Yes.
Okay, Villar gets a 14. Farrell's got an 8. And Otto 6 is better. Where's Rin? Rin also has an 8. Whose dex is better, Rin or Farrell?
I have a
I
1.
have a +2.
Okay, then Rin is before Farrell. And then
Apparently,
Otto.
apparently that is a very common D&D rule that
So,
the dex doesn't actually decide who breaks ties. At that point, it's just agreed upon.
Yeah, there is no rule. It's just figure it out.
it seems like an easy thing to defer to.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, it's a quick way to do it.
It's like actually I rolled an 8.2. You know.
I don't mind at all. It's just like the more you know.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Well, either way, these guys are going first.
Dope.
All right.
Oh God. You can get back here quickly, please. Or.
And that's as far as they can get.
Fucking actually. I might be sort of okay.
It is now Wolfnar's turn.
And so how much damage was able to be done?
I mean, I'm not gonna tell you the exact damage.
How do they look coming across the field of thorns?
The three in the back look, their legs looking kind of scrapped up. The one in the front was able to see that it was there and avoid it.
Cool. All right, then I come bounding out of the village, and I'll say, "You better not have killed any of them."
I will kill as many as I want to kill.
And with both Long Fang and Other Fang ablaze, I will take 3 attacks on the front one.
Okay.
Good Lord, Farrell, how much HP do you have right now?
You gave me a lot, man. You gave me a lot.
+5.
Wait, hold on. From earlier, though.
Yeah,
do I
that
still
ran
have...
out.
Yeah,
That ran out. Okay, then I will... Hold on.
Okay.
We'll do-
Only the middle
Even then,
one
I'm
hits.
still pretty high.
Okay, that makes more sense.
And you deal 9 damage.
I'm over
right.
9,000.
And we go to Rin.
Oh.
That was a villainous laugh, sir.
Oh.
Rin's
So-
just like sitting near the fire laughing. Just he's
So
lost it.
Farrell and Vilnar are right up at the front, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he might actually be laughing so hard. You guys want temporary hit points, right? You two up there?
Sure.
I'm not mad.
Okay. Then Kith.
What?
Kith. And then you get your temporary hit points.
There should be a will save or something.
You
Come
two
on,
are
Russian
willing.
lady.
You said
It's
yes.
the wolf man.
Uh,
He's a werewolf right now.
Otto pulls out the empty wine bottle bearing a pretty label that says the Wizard of Wine's Winery Red Dragon Crush 331422W, and runs
Wait
over
till you're
and
carrying
spins the bottle.
You're in
Spins the
combat.
bottle, and it points at each.
If you want to take your turn doing that, you can.
Oh, definitely not.
I wouldn't
Right now
be mad
you're
if I had these 9 hit
But that
points.
runs through his head.
You do both feel an intense physical and emotional attraction between you two all of a sudden.
Wait, do they not get the hit points until they kiss?
Yep.
So I have to move. I have to move in closer to him, probably.
Once
to
the
do that.
two kiss, the spell. I should say the spell doesn't end. It like finishes, and the attraction dissipates, and you get your hit points.
This
So
is
how
gonna be
does that-
great.
Is that our reactions? Is that now?
I should write that in to be as a
I would say on Farrell's turn, you can move to him, and it would
as
just be a free action.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
it's weird if my spell makes you do an action.
Okay. I'm weirdly attracted to this wolf all of a sudden. I'm going to move here. Smooch.
What are you?
Vilnar?
Wait a minute. I got something for this.
You got music for this?
How? How could you possibly have something for this?
That's a good question.
He has a gift for everything.
Shoot, I was just looking at this song today. Saxophone. What's that song? What's that song?
Careless Whisper?
That's it.
Yep.
So, as we charge into battle, we lock eyes.
It's so weird because he's in wolf form. It would be one thing if he was just elf.
I wish
Vilnar.
you were
But he's
also
not.
in your symbiotic entity right now.
Right.
That would be
That would
dope
be
as hell.
Well, there you did it.
Awesome.
Okay, now you can take your actual action.
Yep. So you got
Somewhere
9.
in another realm, Kadash gets this weird feeling like.
What's happening? Now I'm back
Anyways,
to
Then he goes
that
back
height.
to sleep.
Welcome
Let
to
me
one of the
double
weirdest
check
spells.
a thing.
I like
That's hilarious.
That's funny. What can they do? Hold on.
I'm like, and I was like, man, you're laughing pretty maniacally. And as soon as you said it, I had the exact same laugh.
I assumed you were just going to target us with a spell that hurt us. Not this.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
What I
that.
love is that as soon as you kiss, you both know immediately what just happened too. So it's great.
Oh,
What's he
ew.
doing? What are you doing?
Oh, you.
I'm making us
She-
stronger.
She stomps her spear into the ground, and the space
sense.
between, like in front of us, a fountain of churned earth and stone erupts in a 20-foot cube centered on that point. Each
Oh,
creature within that
shit.
green cube has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Cool. 14 is your thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Erupting Earth.
I'm gonna go down for the 3 and then to the one on the right. All right, top guy doesn't save, middle guy doesn't save, bottom guy doesn't save, guy on the far right saves. Man, he got through thorns and through this. Okay.
He must be the pack leader.
I guess so. So, what are they taking?
They are going to do. It's going to do 3d12 bludgeoning damage on a failed, half on a successful.
Okay.
So
Show me that damage.
I'm working on it. I'm working on doing the damage.
What's it called? Erupting Earth?
Yeah.
That spell's so cool.
And I do add it. No, I don't. Bleep, bleep. 22!
Hell
Nice. Okay. You guys are already taking full 22.
And that area is now,
Difficult terrain.
that is also difficult terrain. Sorry, everybody.
Sorry, one point of order. Tony,
Yes.
And I'll remove that because that's concentrate. Or no, I
I
won't.
got 2 14s. Would a D4 on both of those possibly knock up to a hit?
Yes. What is this?
I was blessed.
Were you?
Blessed.
Oh yeah,
my
Sonny did
God.
his thing.
Does a
Both of those will then hit. So
okay, so
what's the
17 and
damage?
18 hits.
Okay, so for another 14, 21, 23 damage. Cool.
Sorry, I'd forgotten about that.
Nope, it's all good. Let's go to auto.
That's what I wanted to remind you.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and move towards a flanking position. If Roll20 wants to.
Please keep in
Ah.
mind that area in the square is rough terrain.
Right.
And unfortunately, that I can't control.
Well, this is the farthest I can move right now.
I can.
I can
It
control
looks
that.
like my line of sight. I'm not sure what's going on with the. the
You
cart.
can, yeah, you can see over that. The only thing that's actually going to obstruct you guys on this map are the tents, so you can just mentally erase the other stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Also,
They do have movement restriction on them. At least they should.
would I be able to take cover behind this cart?
No, just pretend it's not there.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 shots at this one farthest up north, or whatever.
Okay.
Here we go. There's 1 and there's 2.
They're both going to hit.
Cool. Minimum damage for both. Wonderful. Okay. Well, 8 damage to this guy.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
And we go to our turtle friend.
No one needs healing. As far as he can get. Yeah, I guess he's gonna go there and go inside of his shell.
Okay. Ready? And raptor time.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
All right. So 2 on top are gonna
Jeez.
go to Feral. 2 on the bottom are gonna go to Vilnar.
Okay.
Alrighty. So 2 on top. Okay. We've got an 11 won't hit you, an 18 will hit you.
Yep.
And so that's just gonna be just 8 damage.
Okay.
And for Vilnar on the bottom, 12 won't hit you. A 15 I don't think will hit you.
No.
So you're all right. And we go back to our wolf.
Okay. Of the two that I'm looking at right now, which one seems to be weaker?
The one directly in front of you, not the one to your left.
All right, then I shall spin around in my wolf inferno tornado frenzy attack. Trademark.
TM.
All right, and you're attacking the one below you on this map?
I thought it was the weaker one was right in front of me.
Yeah. Okay, so right in front of you, weaker, not as weak.
I attacked the weaker one.
Okay. All right, you definitely hit it.
Damn. Natural 19. Okay. Does the 16 hit? Because I'll roll a 1d4 on there.
The 16 will hit it, and that one does the same like whirring shutdown as the thing did. And you would have been able to do that with just the first 2 hits. So if you'd like to redirect that third one at the other guy, you can.
Sure, if you'll allow it.
All right, and he also.
I look back to Farrell to rub it in her face, and then I remember what just happened, and I just keep fighting, focus.
Okay,
Focus.
Rin's turn.
Oh shit, they're dead, huh?
2 of them, yeah.
Wow. Okay, so they're not super strong. Farrell doesn't make her attacks with dex, does she?
No.
Oh, balls.
I do. I'll take that buff.
Yeah, I might give it to you guys. I mean, like, 2 of them are down. We're probably gonna have to use it anyway.
If you want to see how this pans out, you can.
Yeah, I'll wait and see if there's another like threat that comes through. I can always cast it my turn.
Okay.
All right. But in the meanwhile, all right. So I'm gonna use one of the cards from my hand because this card is dumb, and I'm gonna try and fire lasso the one above Farrell.
Okay.
Because if this works, then you can get in there and flank it.
All right, strength save. It saves.
Oh, come on. All right, then nothing happens.
Barely. And now it's Farrell's turn.
Fuck. Shit. Okay. I'm gonna... Can I thorn whip that thing this close? It's range area up to 30 feet. I think I can thorn whip it as well. I'm gonna thorn whip it.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you rolling there, Andrew? What's that?
Sorry, I think that's actually for my maneuvers. That's the saving DC.
Plus the
Okay.
D4
yeah,
because-
Okay, yeah, roll the d4.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, no.
I'm really distraught. I just kissed a werewolf, and it's late, and I'm tired.
And I liked it.
All right, it's on to Otto's turn.
Taste of this cherry chapstick.
That's not cherry. That's blood.
That wasn't part of the spell.
I'm gonna pop over here and switch back to my rapier.
Okay.
And I guess since I'm flanking, I'm going to take advantage and go ahead and first strike.
Okay, and you can
plus
bless that
4.
if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's plus 4, so 15.
It's a rolled d4. It's not
Oh.
just a 4.
Oh, gotcha.
Nope.
Okay, that's a bummer.
Well, you can take your second strike, and you can bless that one too.
I will.
And this one also wars to a stop.
Okay, cool. All right.
A new contender enters the ring.
I got one. Guys, I got one. And
One auto.
and then
It had 3 HP left, by the way.
I think I did.
Oh my god, I did pretty good damage on him.
Yeah, your 2 AoEs were, yeah, pretty clutch.
I'm gonna move my last 5 feet to kind of close in on this guy.
Okay. Sonny, in his shell.
I don't see anything to do really, so I guess I'll just stay in my shell.
Okay. This one that just moved closer to Otto, or this one that just had Otto move closer to it, is going to take some attacks at him. A 5 isn't going to hit you. Will a 17 hit you? I'm going to guess it does.
Will.
Okay. For 5 damage.
All right, there go my 10 hit points.
And we go back to Vilnar.
No.
I will leap on top of the corpse of the dead armored lizard creature,
Uh-huh.
and I will attempt to finish it off.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Give me that natural 20.
I mean,
I need
also,
Actually,
Also
no.
go
I wanted
to-
Ryan, yeah, that hits.
I wanted to use the superiority die to parry and take an attack. Never mind, he's gonna
I mean,
kill it.
we're already,
I
we're
skipped it.
already in the midst of this one. Okay, so after those 2 attacks, if you would like to describe what you do as this thing shuts down.
I'll just leap up on the back of the other one and bring both fangs down over its shoulders, cut right through it, bring it out.
Okay. So they're all dead. You're out of combat. These strangely, seemingly weak ones are all dead.
Tony, Rin's gonna like hold a card in the palm of his hand as like a ready to action in case Akoji shows up.
Okay. Doesn't seem to be showing up, but if you want to keep that held, go for it.
Yep.
But for now, you're out of combat, so whatever else people want to do.
Let's go investigate the bridge.
yeah, that's don't walk through the spikes. Don't walk around.
You can
Walk
You
around
could
the spikes.
dismiss those.
I could, but also,
might need
what
them.
if they show up?
Tony,
Mm-hmm.
can I do a sniff check to see if anyone else has entered the village while we were distracted?
Of course. Nothing out of the ordinary. Only the people who should be here.
I'll drop the spikes. I can put them back up. I got enough spells.
Well, I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if I see anyone on the bridge. That was it.
So, I don't really have a good picture for this, but when you guys go to investigate that bridge, it's been severed.
They beat me to it.
You're, not from your end, from the other end, so...
Yeah.
Pharaoh, what did you do? I told you not to cut it.
I didn't cut it, Vilnar. I did the spike growth, and then I did the earth thing, and I didn't do it.
Hey, Vilnar,
Thank you.
if she cut it, the bridge would be on that side.
Well, obviously, that is how bridges work. Everyone knows that.
Yes.
What
I
was
will be in
that
my bunk.
during?
We all share a bunk.
No!
If you'd like, I can set you up a pup tent.
Did you just call me a pup?
Yeah.
I hold Otto outside over the cliff edge.
will you do now,
You
warrior
have to
boy?
make an attack roll.
So yeah, the bridge is out. Seemingly kind of stuck on this mesa.
Wow.
I'm glad we took watch. Their forces weren't exactly handy.
Well, that sucks.
Maybe those robots were just a distraction.
Maybe they were. I would like to check, like, go around and just
check the rest of the area, like on the, what's it called, the mesa or whatever?
Sure. Yeah.
Just give a quick parameter check. Make sure nothing looks out of the ordinary, disrupted.
Yeah. Seems fine.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do the investigation, but yeah, it seems.
You already
fine.
said it seemed fine.
You'd find that on a regular roll anyway. So yeah,
While she does that, I'll go through to each of the tents and just kind of alert people. Say, hey, we were attacked, but it's okay now. Things are dead. The bridge is down. So, plus side, we shouldn't be getting attacked. I'm gonna rush back over and see. Does the ladder go all the way down? Like, could people climb the bridge, like from boards, or is it?
Well, it would be. Oh no!
Cut it on that end, so
if it's cut on end, it would have been falling on your side, sure. But
Hoist that shit up, man.
But it's pretty destroyed.
Hi, handsome boy.
Okay. Once everyone's alerted and things are kind of being dealt with, I guess I'll start reeling it in.
Okay, it's pretty messed up. I'm gonna time skip you guys. I had a different cliffhanger plan, so I'm gonna time skip you guys to the morning. Bridge is out. Elders are trying to figure out what to do.
So, are we in the room with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna time skip you guys to the morning now.
So, you guys built your village on a plateau with no other way off of it?
Although no one was supposed to be able to find it, and the isolation was planned to keep us safe.
But always have a second. Like, did you never think, like, what if it just rotted from old age and the bridge fell? What were you gonna do?
And Io leans forward. I told them that from the start. I told them we need to have some other options, and they won't let us use the plan B. So,
what's the plan B?
Plan B.
They all huddle together for a second, and then turn to you.
My goddess doesn't let us use Plan B either.
Oh, jeez.
Toho floats forward.
That was good.
Toho floats forward, and she just says, "This isn't a naturally occurring mesa, if you will. The plant life basically overtook one of the old tech sites. Perhaps there's a way out through there, but we've forbidden our people from entering. Of course, you're not forbidden from entering, and you may find a solution there."
So once we inside, though, how do we get you out if you are forbidden to enter?
You may find something down there that could help. We've never been there, so we don't know what lies below. We can only hope there's some sort of help.
But, I mean, if we find a way out, though, through there, you kind of have to go through, or else you're just going to die up on this fake rock.
Or we find something there that you use to help you, in which case it came from there, so I think it is still forbidden. This is very confusing.
They huddle together
It's
and
not
whisper.
forbidden to us, though.
They huddle together and whisper some more. And Toho floats forward. She just says, "Well, I suppose we'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it."
I hate you a little bit.
The old lady wraps her with her fan and just says, "No one thinks that's funny."
I think it's a little funny.
Yoko steps forward with her staff and just says, "But if you find something there and it's our only way, then I suppose we will have to make the decision there. Still, if you're willing to investigate, we would certainly appreciate your help in doing so."
If all else fails, I can use a lot of spells and be shapes to fix the bridge. But I don't feel comfortable doing that.
If we help, would you reconsider opening up nominations to your chieftain?
Why?
I think Sunny would make a great chief.
I think so too, thank you.
Sonny, you know you're coming
You're
with
welcome.
us, right, when we leave?
I mean, if that's what's best for the group.
Right. Well, I suppose that's something we can discuss. If you're willing to help, we can show you the way.
Let us see this forbidden path.
All right, so they take you through it. There's a little bit of the mesa. They kind of undo a bit of like magical terrain that was covering it, and so yeah, there's like a side winding path down into part of the mesa, which is not a mesa at all, just kind of an overgrown bunker or structure of sorts. So you start to go down inside there.
We're on top of a Costco.
Does it resemble the hatch from Lost?
No, this is kind of like a cave entrance. It just kind of looks like a cave entrance, and they leave you at the actual entrance to it because they will not go down there. And
Who was that?
I don't know.
if you had to guess, anyways, so they leave you at the cave entrance because they cannot go down there themselves, as they said. But you go, and as you go through the cave, it starts to kind of look less and less natural until you start to reach the inside of this cave.
Oh my
Yo.
god. It's
One
The
of those-
graphics of this area are much better than where we came from.
One of those weird old tech sites
Which
that
one
they've
is
mentioned.
Oh, I don't like it here either.
Oh, this is Zero Dawn itself.
Yes.
Ah.
That's what I've been saying through the whole thing. I'm like,
No, I
Aloy.
mean this specific picture. Like this is from inside Zero Dawn.
Yeah, we're in one of the bases.
No,
Gotcha,
the base
gotcha.
is Zero Dawn. That's the central table thing where they had talking. I went through this like 2 days ago.
All right, so that's where you arrive, and I think that's where we'll cut it off.
Well then.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
Wanted to give a little tease at the tech stuff before we cut it off.
We got a full rest.
Rin's
We did,
just
oh
like,
my
I can't
God.
see a fucking thing down here.
Heat
I don't.
motherfucking metal.
We're gonna unlock the walkie-talkie skill tree or something.
Oh,
No,
everybody
yeah,
gets
that's true.
focuses.
I did time skip you guys to morning, so you do actually have your rest now.
Yay.
I'm getting rid of that.
You had your interrupted sleep, but then you got actual sleep.
I can't wait to just fuck up a Koji with
Are
the
you
spells that
fucking
actually
kidding me?
work.
A 1 again.
Well, hey, flip side is that a 1 doesn't destroy it,
That's true,
like
but
some of the other recharges.
well, usually there's not a recharge thing like that for a D4.
Right. Well, that's the thing. With as many uses as that, I was trying not to, make it too absurd.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's tough to come up with something good for a caster, especially a pacifist caster.
Alright. Well then, we're gonna stop the stream then. And
Figured Sonny can make use of less. Oh, I thought you already cut it
No,
off.
I have
was-
not.
Bye, viewers.
Oh, I was fixing
We
the
haven't
HDMI
said
cord.
bye or
Well, I
anything.
hope the viewers enjoyed that view of my thighs then when I was.
There you go.
It was your
Fixing
crotch.
cords.
Exclusive
Okay.
content right there.
Well,
Mhm.
there it was.
We just got really good ratings.
Goodbye.
You know who's not getting really good ratings is Andy from the computer store.
Bye everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye, y'all.
Good night.